Toy trap fees, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap, addict. Toy trap, addict. Toy trap, addict. Yeah, trap be slamming. When I crack that package, fresh paint apps got a grown man bragging. Shell gang answer every post in the Matic. One more pre-order and I'm back at it. Raised on hip hop, comments in plastic. Now I chase where heat like a dope boy trapping. Bring on the mic, bring the pressure, bring the static. The plastic crack fiend got collectors active. Stew in the cup with the facts and the flavor. One drop, one way, got the whole room craving. Call back, cleaning the bubble, too sacred. If it's limited, running my hands gon' take. You can call it obsession, I call it a mission. Stacking on the shelf like a fresh new addiction. Real ones know when the box hit the kitchen. Toy trap on the screen and the clock start twitching. No more, it's a habit. Welcome to the toy trap fiends, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap, addict.
Sixth element in hip hop. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Toy Trap. Stu Dog and the crew getting ready to pull up. Yes, YoJoe June is officially underway. Officially today, Hasbro kicked off the doors with the first official fan stream of the month. And look, I know everybody already saw the reveals. You know, we saw the screenshots. We all watched it together. We saw the pre-orders. We saw the reaction videos. We saw the social media posts. And you probably watched 3 or 4 other creators talk about everything that got shown today. And that's not why we're here. Stu Dog, what's good? What's cracking? Let me let them see you. Wow, there we go. But that's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. Not just to basically go back over the images again and show you, because you know we've done that. So here, what we're here to talk about now, what it means. What it means, what we saw and what it means. And that's always the difference. The reveals are why people show up. The conversation is why they stay. And because honestly, after watching the stream, you know, I don't think that the biggest story was a figure, and particularly if you were paying attention, I don't think the biggest story was a vehicle. I don't think the biggest story was even a pre-order. Although all those things happen, and we'll talk about all those things. I think the biggest story was what Hasbro quietly told us about the future of G.I. Joe Classified. If you were paying attention, if you were reading between the lines, today was not just a reveal stream, it was a roadmap, a philosophy statement, a peek behind the curtain. Stu building kits. A glimpse into how the team is thinking about the hobby, what they're talking about, BMAC. And the boys, how they're thinking about collectors, how they're considering us, how they're talking, you know, how they're thinking about availability. We are going to show the vehicles. We are going to show all the images. We are going to talk about everything and review everything. But we're also talking about these things, how they're thinking about the vehicles, how they're thinking about the future. And buried inside all those reveals were some really interesting clues. So tonight we're going to talk about what got revealed. We're going to talk about what surprised us. We're going to talk about what excited us. And we're going to talk about what I think may have been the most important thing said all day. Because I don't know if everybody caught it. But whether you did or not, man, we're going to chop it up. This is what we do. We kick it. We hang out. We collaborate. We communicate. And because by the end of the stream, you know, I walked away with one very strong feeling. A new era begins. Not because of one figure, not because of one vehicle, because of where it feels like Classified is heading. So let's start where the stream started. Before the reveals, before the renders, before the pre-orders, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The end of the Tony and Lenny, the Lenny and Tony era. Stu, you back in the building?
Yeah, I'm setting up.
Okay. The Lenny and Stu, the Lenny and Tony era, the Lenny, Tony gone, Tony gone. So if you're new to Classified, maybe that doesn't hit the same way. You don't know what we're talking about. But for people who've been here since the beginning, that's a very big deal. Whether you agreed with every design choice or not, whether you felt that, you know, he was in a different era, or whether he felt, you know, he spoke to you. These guys helped shape what Classified became. And in fact, you know, made it what it was and shaped it into what it is. And the line, you know, the line we have didn't happen by accident. It didn't happen without them. And because, you know, people spent years making decisions, choosing characters, mapping out plans, choosing accessories, tooling priorities, what plastics we're going to be using, choosing vehicle priorities, what HasLabs we're going to do, building a roadmap. And for a lot of collectors, you know, Tony and Lenny, Lenny and Tony became synonymous with Classified itself. When you saw one, you saw the other. And so naturally, the first question everybody had was, what happens now? And honestly, I thought BMAC handled that perfectly because he acknowledged it immediately. He didn't dance around it. No pretending it wasn't a big deal. No ignoring the obvious. He addressed it. He came forward. He thanked them. He acknowledged their contributions. And then he pivoted directly into the future. And I think that's important because the message was not everything is changing. The message was the roadmap is intact. And that stood out to me. You know, I think most of 2027 is already planned, or Tony and Lenny stuff is already, we're going to still be seeing that for most of 2027. So think about that. And, that means that the majority of what we're going to see over the next year and a half has already been worked on. It's already planned, it's already discussed, already developed, already moving through the pipeline. We got the reveals, render reveals, name reveals. And long before anybody announced that they were leaving, they had already done that. So it's very reassuring that they had all that in place before they just, they didn't just jump ship or anything like that. And because, wherever there's a trend, a creative transition, people immediately assume everything changes overnight. And that's not how this works. It's not how it works with anything, no matter what the category or subject. But these products take years, tooling takes years. Approvals take years, manufacturing takes years, planning takes years. So we're seeing now the result of conversations that happened long ago, and which means the DNA of Classified is not suddenly disappearing tomorrow. So eventually we'll see the influence of the new lead designer. Eventually we'll start noticing different priorities, different tastes, different ideas, different philosophies, and maybe they'll be great. Maybe they'll be just what we've been looking for and just what we've needed and what everyone else has been missing. Who knows? And that's normal. I think every creative team leaves fingerprints, right? I mean, that's their thing. But today it didn't feel like the end of something. For me, it felt like a handoff, a baton pass. And I think that's a very different conversation. Another thing that stood out to me was BMAC's confidence. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking like somebody trying to save a struggling line. He was talking like somebody managing a very successful line currently. And, already discussing future years, discussing future plans, discussing future themes, discussing future opportunities. And we talked about it last night. I did an emergency a vampire live stream at 1 a.m. popped on and talked about the fact that we've learned that BMAC said there's not going to be a HasLab at all. No more HasLabs. They've squashed the HasLabs. They're not doing them anymore, and they have a very good reason. And I think it all works out in the end. And there'll be a trade-off. We'll have bigger rosters, bigger runs and shit like that. So with momentum and all that. But Tristan in the building, brother from down under. What's happening? Kaz in the building.
Tristan, good evening.
Good evening.
He's saying good morning. Good evening, Tristan.
Yeah, it's good morning to him because he's in Australia.
Good morning. I know you're on the other side of the world. You're down under, Mike. The sun is just rising, and the sun is just setting here.
Look what came in the mail. So we'll unbox these before the end of the show. Let's see what's what. But yeah, I think that's the biggest reassurance that collectors got today. The roadmap is intact.
They need it. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, man, it's a business. I mean, you can try to nitpick it all you want and dissect it, but at the end of the day, it's a business. For whatever reason, Lenny left, and yet we don't know. We don't really care. They probably sometimes a business will just move people out just to shake things up in order to try to keep it fresh because that's just what they do. And they're running it like a business. So as long as we still get the same quality of toy that they've been giving us, nobody's really gonna care. They're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy them. They're gonna display them. They're gonna do what they've been doing. The only time you do get upset is if they want to go like Mattel with the DC. The stuff that McFarlane puts out was way better than stuff that Mattel's been putting out. The stuff Mattel's putting out is just like little kids' toys. Like,
yeah,
I mean, nobody's gonna collect that. No collector's gonna collect that. Some will, but for the most part, yes, it's not. It's just not the same. Yeah, but it's a business. The same, same thing, same value. Plus, we're in a situation right now where things are a little more expensive to make. So these toy companies know they got to step their game up. Because if we're gonna pay more, they're gonna have to give us the best possible product they can give us
Gotta
within
do
that
more.
price range. Yeah, within that price range. Because there is a such thing as once we got to go a little bit out of our price range in order to give you something that you've been getting. But I don't want to pay
Give
more
you
for what
toys.
I'm not gonna pay more money for what I've already been getting
Right.
when you were giving me the same thing for less money. So now I gotta pay more money for the exact. So the fans are like, well, then if you stepping up the money game, you're gonna have to step up. You have to step up that game on that plastic and make it a lot better than what you've been making it. Because if I'm gonna pay
Yeah.
more, I deserve more. And that's where we're at. So we're gonna see if that's what these guys give us.
You want
This new
that pure
crew.
D. That
Yeah,
pure
we
D
want to see
plastic
if
crack.
that's it, bro. So if this new crew can give us blue magic, and we'll take it. But
Gives
if
me
they not,
toys. Welcome,
yeah,
man. What's good, bro?
So did you guys like all the reveals that they've showed so far?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about each and every one. For the most part, I mean, obviously without, with certain, but so far, man, they've been coming out swinging
The
strong.
Cobra Commander and Throne is pretty cool.
it is.
It from an outsider, that knows that Big Bag Workshop has kind of done that look, and you can kind of kit bash it for a pretty good price. It's a little day late and a dollar short, in my opinion, for fans. I'm glad fans are finally getting it. It looks cool. It's going to look dope on a shelf. Anybody that likes G.I. Joe, that they're going to have that thing. They're going to get it. But my thing was like, if it's too expensive, it's still going to piss people off.
Right.
Yeah. And shout out to Chad, man,
buy it because they got you by the short and curlies, but they're gonna like it.
They're gonna like it. Yeah, and I mean, like we know, Kaz created this Cobra Throne in 2020, and many a customizer's been using it and having fun with it. And it doesn't. But we're gonna look at the new throne. We're gonna chop it all up and get into it. King Cobra Commander. Good Lord, man, this thing is ridiculous, and I mean that as a compliment. The throne, the cape, got the wire cape, the cloth cape. A lot of it is I call him King Reuse, not King Cobra Commander. He's King Reuse. He's a lot of reuse. But all pretty cool. But they did it for the right reasons. The waist cut.
Yeah.
I know, man. I'm an outsider's perspective. I buy little naked 1/12 scale figures to put dolly clothes on. So you know what I mean? I'm not the one to judge it, but if I can't, I don't even want to see that articulation. It's just use it as an excuse that the line is broken up, because there's a line right there. There's still a line. It's just I just don't I wish he would have had double. I wish he would have had the chest cut and then the waist, ball all on like a ball. So
yeah, it would have gone a long way for the way that the suit is, has that long button pattern instead of breaking it there. That would have been good. But I mean, this is plastic crack. You know what I'm saying? When you put clothes on it, that's how you fix that. Tristan said they specified a red vest Grand Slam with Hal. So does that mean they'll do a silver vest jump pack too? Silver was Flash, right?
Yeah. They'll do a silver.
As the guru in the building. What up? Kaz said, I'm personally cool with no HasLab. It's always a battle to get school supplies for my kids and keep with the HasLab, man. I'll tell you. I'll enjoy the break. I hear you, brother. And yes, we was right on last night. We said $70, and there it is, $69.99. We definitely nailed that.
You're not gonna sell it for anything more than that, man. It's just you come out with Cobra Commander hoodie cut, he's $100, and nobody's going. You're gonna have to give us a whole lot more than what you gave.
Multiple head sculpts.
Multiple head sculpts, everything. You're gonna have to roll the carpet out. Yeah, multiple hands. Have to roll the carpet out, man. That's just what it is. I mean, even with the HasLabs, them doing it with the HasLabs, it's kind of good because you funding these things, and people are on the fence about it. People are thinking, they're like, man, do I really want to spend $300 on this thing, or like Cass said, I'm choosing between school supplies and getting this HasLab. Some people might even be choosing between eating out of soup cans and getting this HasLab. So you gotta present that a different way, man. Or you gotta find a way to make this. And some people, even like I said earlier, they're judging it by what you're giving them, and
Yeah.
they're saying, well, does this price justify what I'm getting? Like, you know,
Yeah.
some people weren't okay with the patches on the Rattler. Some people weren't okay with the figures. Some people like they could have gave us this and they could have gave us that, but they didn't. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, when we're spending our money, we want the best bang for our buck we can
Yeah.
get.
And I think that's what they're giving us. And we definitely not here to bash, you know, Classified. This is definitely our shit. The OG V2 Grand Slam came with the jump pad and had a silver vest. Yep, that Grand Slam. We got Flash.
What
We
was
got
the
Grand
last
Slam.
YoJoe Haslab that they did? The helicopter?
Snowcat.
Well, technically, it was the Snowcat. We haven't received it yet. The last one we received was the Dragonfly. But when we get the Snowcat, oh boy, we're gonna really be sad that they're not doing Haslabs anymore. The Snowcat, I think, is the crown jewel of the Haslabs so far to this point. But here goes the big bad homie right there. He's in all his glory. I think the fucking thing is beautiful. It's not Battlefield Cobra Commander. It's not Tactical Cobra Commander. It isn't even Military Cobra Commander. This is I already won. Fuck you. I'm the king. It's good to be the king, sitting on the throne, looking out over my kingdom, starting my new era. This guy's no longer trying to conquer the world. He already owns the motherfucker. And the second they showed the throne, man, I I know what they were going for. It's not, it's not a figure. It's not a centerpiece. It's an additional thing. It's a diorama piece. It's shelf porn. It's just something to make it give it that lore, give it that storytelling vibe. There it is from the side. Got the nice Cobra logo real big on the side. There's the other side. Same thing on the other side. Cobra Commander, you can see his cape there, Stu. You love that cloth cape.
And you know?
Bang. They got pearls on the back, some type of little pearl and some entwined snakery on the back.
Man, the customer is going to throw a wash on that and make it.
And make it mother of pearl. That's going to be mother of pearl when they get done with it.
But nah, they throw a wash in there, start throwing some dark details in the cuts and stuff like that. It's going to look amazing. I want to hood Cobra Commander really since the 80s original mail away version. I was not able to get to the US to Australia back in the day. Yeah, I remember getting the Hooded Cobra Commander in the mail, and I was in kindergarten. I was like 5 or 6 years old, mailed away for that shit, and went to the mailbox every single day until it came. It was a pain in the ass. Happy YoJoe June. Good evening. My Haslab this year will be the Ramen Kit car, I guess. Not having Haslab is a momentum killer. You could say that, but they're actually looking at it as the exact opposite. They're looking at killing the Haslab as a momentum bringer. So in other words, instead of piling up and waiting and building up to this big, massive thing at the end of the year, they're going to be doing more steady releases throughout the month. So look for like more figures coming out monthly and stuff like that. Basically for, collectors, it may even get more expensive. So it's not a loss per se. It's just something very different. Let me
they were looking at it maybe like a little bit like an albatross, like the Haslabs, because the fans, it's like the hardcore fans are the ones that are going to be buying that shit anyways. And they're also going to be the ones that are the most vocal about it as well, and the most critical about like the pricing. Because like I didn't hear anything bad about Haslabs until the Spirit of Vengeance came out. And I know that that's the Marvel Legends property, but that was the first time that I heard any dissent as far as Haslabs. And then anything after that, criticism is always the loudest. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anyone's going to hear that the most before they do. Even if they hear the same amount of praise, they're going to hear the criticism more. So do you think that's what it is? Is like why we could make just as much money, if not more, by doing smaller releases that more people could afford than having to deal with any of the backlash or the pricing or the bad press for doing this?
It's all that. Yeah, it's all of that. It's all those things. It's, they have all those good reasons to do it. I think that, though, I mean, complaints about the Haslabs basically boiled down to do the tiers qualify? Are the tiers baked into the price? Should we be getting them anyway? Are they enough? Do they make sense? Should they be different characters? Shit like that. but no one's ever really complained about the unit. The units are always beloved. Like no one really shits on the unit. It's always the ancillary stuff and the price and the blah blah blah. But people love
this that I missed out on the Ecto one. I'm like every time that I see it, I'm like,
give me another. All right, let me hit the chat up.
I missed that so bad.
Oh yeah, bro. Chaz the Guru, man. I hope they give us a dress down hooded Cobra Commander without the Michael Jackson gold ropes on the jacket. I feel you, bro. I would love that OG look. Because here he is pretty much, he's definitely got the MJ vibes. He's got the whole cape, the whole royal thing. He's got gold pinstripes down the side of his leg. So what I recommend is that you pop the head off of this thing and put it on your OG Cobra Commander. Take the VAC metal one off of the card back one, the retro one. Take the VAC metal helmet off, pop this one on, and don't worry if the blue is slightly different. Because if you want to stay accurate to Sunbow, when he put his hood on, it was a slightly different color blue. That is a fact. So, okay, if you want to just, be technical about it. My account is grateful for no HasLab. I'm telling you, Paul Razzle. Hello, everybody. Paul Morales, salute. Welcome. No HasLab sucks. I look forward to it each year. Bro, you know what? I've had to justify and force myself to accept this new thing, because if I don't try to see this thing glass half full, I will be really upset, because I really love the HasLabs. I mean, I love them. We were all, on this show kind of depending on or hoping for the demon, so the spoiler could sit on top of the demon. It's got lights, it moves, it expands. It would have been an amazing HasLab.
And then again, the HasLabs too could have been. See, internally, we don't know. They might have had a hard time getting approval to get that made from the company. So they might have had to push it by saying, well, look, we'll do like a GoFundMe thing called a HasLab. We get enough orders. If we sell this many, and we fill this order, then you'll make it. And the big bosses who only understand numbers, they don't care about anything else. I was like, yeah, we can do that. Let's see what. And when they accomplished it, they kept running with it. And because it's like, that's to the man at the top. They're trying to make money. That's all he cared about. So it's like, well, if you can fund that up, then what? What do you need? How many you need to order for us to make a profit off of it? That's just what it is. And it kind of ensured that the hardcore collectors got one, because they're going to be the ones that really, really going on like day 1, day 5, day 10, or whatever they're going to order one no matter what. It's trying to convince the casual guys to order those things. That's where the rest of your money comes in at.
Right. And for those casual guys, and I think this is what their strategy is as well. And Monkey Dave said, I wonder if they're switching from HasLab to made to order to bring the prices down. They can cut out the tiers and electronics and do them for $200, $250. And that's a great point. So, and that is exactly right. They will be doing just vehicles that just aren't HasLabs. Basically means no LEDs, maybe no extra shit, no tiers involved, right? Just the vehicle itself, like they did with the HISS tank. They reissued the HISS tank with new paint, took all the guts out, and called it a normal vehicle. Wow, look at that. So we can still get the vehicles we want. They just won't be full of all the stuff that all we have to do is add anyway. You want to throw some LEDs in there, throw some LEDs in there. It ain't that hard. Like, you want to customize it, paint it, throw some washes on it. It ain't that hard. So you can do all that. But what we're looking at is more of what we've all been asking for, which is more vehicles that can fit on the shelf. Where's the silver motorcycle we were talking about? Where's all the little vehicles that they have that are small, even smaller than the fucking VAMP?
Yeah, super small. Yeah.
Like that will all be coming out. Like, that's what they're saying. They're saying that's
the Cobra jetpack, the Joe jetpack.
Yeah,
the one with the missiles. Yeah, the one with the missiles on it. The little square one. I mean,
space is always a concern for
always,
especially.
It's a big concern. Yeah,
I mean,
always.
We should have got what is it? It's not the snowcat, the polar bear, the little snow skier they all drove.
Snowmobile?
I mean,
like
snowmobile,
about. Perfect. Yeah. That's definitely happening.
And we never got the quads that the Crimson Twins always rode, and damn near every episode.
The ferret?
Never got to it. The ferret, yeah.
Yeah, we did. What are you talking about?
But the Crimson Twin version We got a fair.
What's that one look like?
With their colors on, the red and blue,
I never seen them.
Something like that would be like a good hazard.
That'd be fire though. But they do. They got the green one coming out, which we'll talk about here in a second. What'd you say? What'd you say? Gibbs?
Like that would be that. See, I would look at like HasLabs as being the ones for like the hardcore fans. Like they're not going to get casuals to like. They don't be like, I don't get it. Why is this thing this much money or whatever? But we know as collectors, like this is what we want. So something like that. That seems like that would be a good HasLab. Like a Sentinel, like a big ass Sentinel, or Galactus or something like that.
Galactus,
or cool vehicles that would, and I know that's what they do, but they could do smaller stuff like have Tomax, and brother with the two things. That would be something cool, and they could pre-order them and make them to order, and they would sell the shit out of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt, dude.
You wouldn't have to worry about giving them to retail spaces because that's kind of what what they say their concerns are, is having big stuff on the shelves as well. Even though I go and I see kids' toys that are like as big as me sitting on the bottom of them, like, what are they paying? What are they paying for that shelf space?
Right.
You're telling me that Hasbro, can't.
But you'll never
vehicle there.
But you won't see no $350, $400 vehicle in the toy aisle just sitting there.
That's
what I'm saying? It'll be protected or whatever. But they take the guts out and make it a regular vehicle. So, sorry, Tristan. So is this a HasLab for the? So they're saying it's for good. They're saying that's it. But no. I don't know. I'm hearing a little bit of both. I'm hearing that there may be a HasLab again in the future or something equivalent, but for now, don't even expect it anymore. It could happen maybe, but don't expect it anymore. Just consider it done and just start looking at their new plan.
Yeah, they say something. Oh, then they're done with it.
And they have to
something they were coached probably to say.
And they have to be. They have to be because and it comes at a good time because if you're watching the news Monday. The Iranians walked out of the peace talks and said that they're going to close the Strait of Hormuz indefinitely, which means that a lot of that stuff is made from petroleum and plastic's going to go up. So, right. So you can't. So like I said, the people at the top are looking at the money factor. They're like, look, we're going to have to raise the price on it. So we got to bring the price down. So can't do a HasLab. So the last comment that, who's that? I think it was Tristan or one of them was like, look, like this, if we take the lights out and we take this, we can sell it for this much instead of this much. We're gonna get a dumbed down HasLab, but people will still buy it because they can afford it. The hardcore collectors can still get it. Like you got to make it affordable at the end of the day. That's just the name of the game. You got to make it affordable. We're already paying more for these figures. Yeah, we're paying way more for these figures. I can't even order McFarlane figures anymore because it's almost $50 to get one to my house now. And that's through the mail. Yeah, if I can't get it out of the store, I don't get it. I can't even order it anymore. It's $50 to get it to my crib when it used to be like $30 to get it here.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Just that I like the vehicles without the bells and whistles. Yeah. Keeps the price down.
It keeps the price down. Yeah.
That much.
Right. But no, I feel
if I spruce out, like, man, if I'm just gonna spend $300 on some shit, like I want lights, I want sounds, I want that might even be a controller that I can move it around a little bit. I want a figure that I can take
I'm talking about. Give me some
I agree. The Mezco Rumbler. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen that before. It's just a big ass SUV, with rockets on it and the soft good figures. It was like $300. So, and it's dope, but it's the only one that's what I got on my shelf. That's what I got room for. That's what I want.
Yeah, it's got to be worth it. It's got to be. But that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna spend that kind of money, then it has to have all that stuff in it. But that's just it. They take that stuff out. Now it's not. Now they don't have to charge as much. We still get the vehicles that we want. And like I said, if you're a customizer, man, or if you know a customizer, if you don't go online and meet a customizer, you can put LEDs in your vehicles. It's not rocket science. Robert said that Hal laser looks great. Can't wait for that Grand Slam. Yes, we're gonna check that out too in a second. We're getting to it. Monkey Dave, I'm hoping that they end YoJoe June with an MTO Thunder Machine for $200 with Thrasher. Will be a fail for them if we don't get a big vehicle. And that would be big vehicle. That is not in size, but in stature. Yeah, not in gravitas. So the Thunder Machine, The Thunder Machine is the Dreadnoks hodgepodge
Signature.
Mad Max.
Yeah, that's their signature vehicle.
Yeah, it's like their Mad Max mesh vehicle. They take a Trans Am and then they add like, you know, a bunch of armor and stuff all around it and guns and stuff and spikes. So it's the size of a Trans Am.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very iconic. It's the Dreadnoks. It's their big machine. We've all wanted it since day one. They could milk us for whatever they want, as long, you know, however they want to do it. But if they keep it low,
the Thunder Machine. Yeah, we've been at everybody's been asking for the Thunder Machine, especially after they bought out all the Dreadnoughts. Like you got 4 Dreadnoughts. They're like, man, look, yeah, you got to give it to us
here right now. I'm telling you, happy birthday to Future Arena. So yes, tomorrow is my birthday.
From the future.
Our show is normally Wednesdays, so you know, kind of didn't bother doing a whole birthday thing. Is tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow. I'll probably definitely do one Friday. Depends on what happens. Maybe I'll do one, but we'll do one Saturday for sure. Mr. Roper in the building. Salute to Mr. Roper. Go check out his Instagram. This guy is one of the dopest action figure photographers in the game. He said, I mean, he didn't actually say HasLab was done officially. I find it hard to believe that they will walk away to that free money to get that HasLab. Everything's paid up front. It's good for business.
I agree, Mr. Roper.
It's true. It's a fact. But the way they're
I just think they're done for now. I just think they're done for now.
The way they're looking at it is trading as a trade-off. They are probably actually going to get more money out of us without the HasLabs, because what they plan to do is just give more steady releases. That's shit that you're gonna, you know, just especially if you're a completionist, you're in trouble. You're in trouble right now.
Or hey, it's cheaper now, or like it's this offensive. Maybe I can get 2 of them.
There you go. People will be buying more multiples.
Maybe that money that I would spend on that, I can get 2 of these and multiples of something else to kind of flesh my collection out a little bit.
Also, losing Lenny and Tony, I suspect, has a bit to do with this. I think that was kind of Lenny's thing and doing the HasLab and getting all into that. And maybe they don't have anybody that's down to put in that kind of work to create the HasLab and whatever all he had to go through to get those out the way. So it could be a lot of that too. So what can we do now that they're gone? I'm not doing who's taking over HasLabs. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. So they might have just been like, all right, so what else can we do? We can just give them more little stuff. And it's a no-brainer. But yes, I paid over $1,000 to get a Hiss over here. The Arctic Hiss is going to cost me $350, substantially cheaper. Yeah, it's rough, man.
Big time cheaper.
But you know what, Tristan? I don't want to hear you complaining, bro, because y'all get shit so early. It's not even funny. Shout out to Shark Eye Toy Review. Has stuff months before anybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's the
can't stand
right there.
That either, especially when it's something I want. I can't stand that. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you get
I'll say this.
Before me?
It hurts, but it couldn't have happened to a better reviewer. Shark Eye Toy Reviews is a great guy. So bravo to him. I support. I'm so glad that he's the guy that gets him early.
I stand by my statement.
I hear you. But I gotta salute the homie. Chad said if they're charging $225 for a repainted Hiss with no figure, a Thunder Machine will be at least $300.
That's true.
It's possible. I mean, but guys, keep in mind, the Thunder Machine is a Trans Am. Right? Think of that's the base, a car, Trans Am Firebird, something like that. So, which is the Vamp is based on a Lamborghini truck. The Vamp is based on the Lamborghini truck from the 80s. So the Stinger and shit. So that's a bigger vehicle than the Trans Am. So it could even be slimmer than the Vamp in some areas. There'll be wide parts and stuff like that. But it's not going to be this massive thing. It's definitely nowhere near the size of the Snowcat HasLab. Because the Snowcat HasLab is based on the cartoon version, the Sunbow scale. All right, because back in the 80s, Sunbow put the HasLab, they put the Snowcat on Sunbow, and it was huge. You would see guys like it's way towering above the Joes. They're climbing up on it. They're all over. It's huge. There's a bunch of, and then we get the toy. And it's this tiny little thing that the guy is literally as tall as. You can only fit 2 dudes in the front seat. The Snowcat on the show had like a bunch of guys in the cab. It was a massive tank kind of thing. So they shrunk it way down. So if you look at the Thunder Machine toy and the Snowcat toy, the toys are the similar size. But if you look at the Thunder Machine on the cartoon and the Snowcat on the cartoon, the Snowcat is a much bigger vehicle. So if we're scaling it to Sunbow, and scaling it to size, the Thunder Machine is nothing like the Snowcat. And that's why people were very initially confused. Why are they making the Snowcat a HasLab if it's the same size as Thunder Machine? Blah, 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 blah. Well, the toy was, but they didn't make it toy scale. They made it Sunbow scale, which is dope. Because I was one of them kids in the 80s that when I got the Snowcat, I'm like, what is this? That shit on the cartoon was massive. What is this? Like, and now we got the real scale joint. So I'm super happy how they did that. Like, that was a cool deep cut. Not even a lot of people even caught that. So shout out to Lenny for that. Crimson, what up? Welcome, Roper. Appreciate you. Of course, bro, man. Tristan, CCC, Prophet, Thunder Machine, Thrasher, 149 is my guess. I'll rock with that. That sounds about
That's acceptable. That's acceptable. 149.
Yeah.
If we get Thrasher.
Now.
We get Thrasher.
Now it is.
We get Thrasher. Yeah.
Zanzibar with the air skiff. I vividly remember getting that as a kid, so I severely wanted this classified. That's how I judge what I want. Like, if I remember having as a kid, I want the classified. That's how I rock. I know other people have their own ways of collecting. Some people collect because they want something different than what they had in the 80s. Some people are looking for nostalgia. Some people just want a good quality toy. So it's a lot of different, however you do it. But the Zanzibar skiff was crazy. Zanzibar, not having him yet. That's another thing. Think of stuff like that coming out instead of a HasLab. So more Zanzibar skiff stuff, less giant.
I mean, that's some of the stuff we should have been getting. You know, like last night we were talking about
we are now.
Vehicles. Yeah, the smaller vehicles. I mean, come on, those should have been no brainers from the door. You could, I mean, even if you got one that could fit one guy on it, at least two guys. We're gonna collect that. People are like, man, look,
they want to represent it on their shelf,
right? And G.I. Joe had a lot of that back in the 80s. They had a lot of those smaller vehicles. The bigger vehicles came, few and far between, but they were big and we liked them. But the smaller stuff, that came all day long. Like, it was the Wombat. We never got the Wombat. That should have been the vehicle we should have got. Should have got the Wombat.
The Wombat, you mean for Cover?
Cobra.
Oh.
Yeah. No, for Cobra, the little plane that
the Cobra thing.
It was the Wombat, what they call it? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, bro, we're slacking, bro. There's so much to cover, bro. Shout out to Paul Morales talking about that Elric figure. That is coming out on the 5th, so you guys watch out for that mythic, that Savage Crucible Elric, June 5th, 9 p.m. Between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. They won't tell us exactly when, so sometime between 9 and 10 p.m. I'll be finger on the button at 8:59 until.
Yeah, I missed out on that. I want to get it. He's worth it. It's a cool looking figure. Even if you got no affinity for the character at all, you want an awesome looking Black Knight. You know what I mean? You want a vampire lord. In your collection. You just want a baddie just to fight Conan.
Yeah, he's dope, bro.
He's awesome.
Elric is this figure coming out made me go and get the book again. I read it when I was like 14, 15. Elric of Melniboné, and it's changed my life. It is the fantasy. If you felt something was missing from fantasy, you read Tolkien, but it just doesn't hit right. Michael Moorcock is the one that you need to read. He's Robert E. Howard and Tolkien wrapped into one, plus something new and dangerous. Elric is told from the perspective as if the story was Sauron and Mordor was the Shire. And it was coming from that perspective, right? Elric is like the king of I'm not gonna get into it. We going off. Monkey Dave, I'll do a show about it though. I'll definitely do a show about it. They're on the hook for nothing with the made to order model. They took no money up front, so they can delay as long as they want and even cancel it.
Yeah, they get money. I think they get interest off that because they bank it all, and then it basically like accrues while they're
right off.
Developing it or whatever. I think that's how they do it. But I think that's how they do it.
That's a good theory.
Hell yeah, bro. I see some stuff, Reno, but we missed on the most of the Pulse exclusive. Yeah, I hear you. Patience is a collector's best friend. This is true. You got to be patient, man. The repainted hiss is 200. Yeah, I mean 200 for a hiss. So scale that. I think the Thunder Machine is easily between 150 and 200 for sure. Definitely. That I know that's easy to say. Maybe 170. This is a figure that came with the Arctic Hisses. It has a driver, even though it's that guy, literally lazy repainted figure. It is literally just a white painted his tank driver. So I think Hasbro wants price certainty with the war, the tariffs, the inflation. They can't project that far into the future to price a HasLab 18 months ahead of time. Pre-order wait dates are shrinking.
That's true.
The juice wouldn't have been worth the squeeze. And if it would have been continue to go like that, everything that they make from this point on plastic, because the companies have probably used up all their plastic. So they're probably onto anything being plastic or at least I would think so. Yeah. That's what I heard.
I don't know, Crimson. I because there's that picture of Lenny designing the dragonfly. Like he's literally like, and if he didn't design the dragonfly and he took that picture, shame on you, Lenny. Like he's literally designing it, like he's shaping it. So I think
I'm sure he had his hand in it. They wear a few hats.
Yeah, I'm sure he had something to do with it. But there's, I'm sure, another team involved. We never got Cobra Ferret. Yeah, we did. You guys never got. Okay, I'm like, wait, what? Oh god. All Striker, man, Slice and Dice Pythona. Ooh, that is a crime. Snake armor, modular fortification with trench viper. That is terrible, sir. We got to remedy that, man. We got to ship him the
Eco Warriors line. What year was that, man? I remember I had all those when I was a kid.
Oh, how old? Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 45.
So you're a year younger than me, and Eco Warriors, I feel like that was after my time. That was in the 90s. Like, it was definitely in the 90s, mid 90s. I personally stopped with G.I. Joe around 89, like 90.
And getting a few of them and just loved it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't collect much after that.
You're a little younger than me. So.
If it wasn't a Sega Genesis controller, it wasn't in my hands. You know?
Yeah. No,
that's something else.
Yeah, that's how I was. I was on my Nintendo Genesis kick by that time.
It seems like they're waiting for the product to enter the port or close the port before putting up pre-order and price it. Very possible. I agree that they know they can price gouge us. Yes, they can. They know it. Still no sign of the spoiler up for order anywhere over here. That's wild because it's like in Canada you can buy it right now. Like if you go on CMD store, you can order the despoiler to be at your house in a couple weeks. It's still not out in the US though. So whatever, I don't know. Real American hero always comes to America last. We know that.
Was he? He's
in Australia.
Australia. They do get stuff really early there, don't they?
Well, Australia. I mean, I know Sharky does. He gets it straight from like Japan. Like he gets it early. Like I've seen him have stuff that didn't come out for 2 months later. So, I mean, on occasion. So, but yeah, what's your favorite dish? I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar. There's a lot of small, awesome vehicle, Devilfish, Piranha, Fang, Skyhawk. Oh man, dude, the list goes on. We were talking about them the other day. Yeah, we got to made it. Only change when the hands up up front. Dead man said, "Yo." Dead man said, "One." What up, Dead man? Welcome to the show. Tristan said, "Yes, I like Cesspool in Classified. Cesspool is a really cool Eco Warrior." Yeah. When Eco Warriors were the guys that came with squirt guns, basically like little devices that squirted water, right?
Yeah.
You had
bright colors.
Bright fluorescent. Yeah, I know.
So, okay, so the HasLabs, because I've never got a HasLab. Exactly, so the HasLab, they don't take any of the money.
All right, let's do HasLabs. You pay up front. You pay a year ahead of time.
You pay up front. Okay, so that's what I thought. I was kind of confused for a minute because I thought that's something. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So this is great. This is the next reveal. It's the next thing that they showed us, and it's 6. It's Deep 6. We're gonna talk about one of the biggest surprises here, and I gotta be honest. I think like the more I looked at this figure, the more I liked it. It's not just another military specialty. This is not just another diver. Obviously, it's an iconic character that many of us had. Whether you hated it as a kid or whatever, you definitely remember it. And it had some charm. Like even though as a kid it was like this brick that didn't move, it had the bubble. It came with the shark. It was something cool. And apparently, according to BMAC, we may still be getting the shark. And that is a vehicle that is a single person vehicle. That won't be much bigger than the despoiler. And that will be something that would be in lieu of a HasLab. So yeah, you can look for the shark. It's gonna come, he said. But yeah, whoever
That would
pitched
be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. And you got the shark.
This bad boy is.
See, I see a
like
space
really
miner.
impressive.
I see a space miner, or I see a dead guy in space, or in the water too. But for some reason, my eyes instantly, I'm like, oh, that's a spacesuit, and it's kind of the same thing, But I was like, that would be like a really cool. I see like dead space, in my brain, like dead a guy floating with a face. Like I love that.
Yep. You could do whatever you want, man. I mean, and for those of you who are creative and just because there's a lot of collectors that do not give a flying fuck about nostalgia, have no love for G.I. Joe, no love for the 80s. They just love cool figures, cool toys. They customize, they have fun. And all this stuff is fodder, like whether you do it or not.
I have no idea who this guy is. This is the only black series that I have in my collection. And I've got him, with some chicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's some
awesome role.
He's from one of the Disney Plus shows. Who's she? What's that?
This is a Joy toy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So if you want like a chick working on a robot. But yeah, this is one of the only few black series I have. Awesome figure. I might get one. I might get the guy in the spacesuit. It's something I don't need to customize. It's almost perfect.
Right. Exactly. And you got it because you liked how it looked as a figure, not because you knew or cared who the character was. Which is totally fucking cool. Asia is closer to Australia, so stuff ships from Hong Kong's faster. Right? Yes, definitely. It's right there, right around the corner. Right across the little pond there, little river. The best thing that they said in the live stream was that they are going to re-release the OG Vamp. Are we calling it a re-release? Because like the OG Vamp is what? It's green. It has no doors. Like it's a very different machine. This is a update, an upgrade, a variant. I've heard the word re-release. I heard the word re-release so much that before I saw it, I thought it was just going to be the Green Vamp again, and I was like, "Wow, did that many people not get it?" And that's me. So. I thought it was mad easy to get.
Hard to get now.
I don't know. Like I got it when it came out. I thought it was mad easy to get. I didn't know there was.
It was hard to get. It was hard to get. Sold out fast.
Okay,
but remember that was back.
That's them not leaving money on the table.
Yeah, I remember when the Vamp came out. That's when you can go in there and order like 10 of them joints.
Right.
And they didn't have no limit. Like now they'll say limit 2, limit 5. But back then when the Vamp came out, you can go in there and order like 60 of them, and you got people that probably ordered like 5 or 6.
Is that the new picture?
Welcome, Dead Man. Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna look at it real quick. I'm jumping ahead because I want to go through it the way that they revealed it.
I saw it on a little screen. My old eye saw it on a little screen today, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna look at it."
Yeah. I'm gonna blow it up. We'll see it. I just wanted to kind of acknowledge Prophet there, and Dead Man 1. Yo, that's what I like to see, bro. That's the type of shit I like to see, bro. I want people when they come to our show to feel that community and feel like they're chilling with the boys. Like maybe they just went out and hunted for some toys and they coming back to show off their shit with the homies. Because like that's really what's missing, I think, in this hobby is other friends that do it too. Like it's hard to know that many people that are into this unless you're meeting them online and stuff like that. Especially a lot of us don't know people in person. I hope they release the Ferret 2 Profit, man. $42, all the tooling, the clunky fig. What's up? Tristan Kick Rocks in the building. Salute. Deep Six was on my list for Classified before he was even announced. I think so, bro. A lot of us.
So he was on his list, damn.
Torpedo, Deep Six, but close. Torpedo's dope too. You know who else looks like Torpedo is version 2. Your boy, Stu.
Shipwreck.
Guy with the fucking parrot, Shipwreck. Yeah, there you go. Couldn't think of his name for some weird reason, but yes, he looks like Torpedo in his version 2. I think I'm just rolling through too many. Gotta go do a thing. Go do a thing, man. Appreciate you for sliding through, bro. They said they're gonna release the green one, re-release the green one. They did say they're gonna re-release the green one, so it's not just the brown one. So maybe they will. They are re-releasing the later one. He said, okay, so they are both re-releasing the green one, and they've got a new one. Yeah, people selling that shit for $350. Wow. BMAC said they're gonna re-release the Green Vamp after the version 2. You know what? I probably would have gotten to that in my notes, but I'm like rocking with the chat right now. I'm not going to. He said I'm not talking about the VAMP 2. Yeah, I got you, bro. I feel you. My bad on that. Slipping. But yes, dog, deep six. We got any more pictures of the 6, man? Pretty much that's it. They got a close up of the face.
The Shipwreck 2-pack.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
I think they need to do more stuff. What about the chick? Remember the chick that was in the band on the one episode? Yeah, Shipwreck Snake Eyes. It was a girl. She was in the band. She had a truck. She like one of the Gem and the holograms. And
like Gem and the holograms.
They all look like that.
She was,
that's how they did them all. Yeah.
So remember, she was a singer, and she helped him sneak into Cobra base. They could have came out with her.
Familiar.
They never came out with her. That would have been a good one.
Satin. Yeah, the Shark with version 2 Deep 6 would be wicked because version 2 Deep 6 is pretty popular. He's got more of a normal body that articulates with just that big, like, giant dome. But yeah, he's people, wanted a Deep 6 they could bend. But yeah, the Shark would be it definitely, will be coming out. For sure. Let's see. Said I miss 80s win.
Remember what that vehicle looks like.
He said I miss 80s.
Shark? Talking about the Shark?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, it was white.
I think I might even have had it as a kid.
No, I had it. Yeah.
It was white with the 2 engines on the side and short wings.
Yeah.
And the cockpit was huge. It was mostly all cockpit because Deep 6 was so big. So
I want to look it up now because I'm man. I got
you, bro. I got you right. Yeah. All right, there we go. There's Deep 6.
Yeah, see, mostly cockpit.
Yeah, I had that as a kid. I don't know what I was talking about. Man, all that stuff got like co-opted by like Star Wars and fantasy and stuff like that more, than for me. It's like I liked it, but I really wasn't. I liked the figures more than I did the property. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but
okay,
we didn't get a lot of any of like the bigger play sets or anything. We got few vehicles, but that is one that I had.
You know what? I think what made me such a fanatic is 2 big things. When I was in kindergarten, my 4 aunts and uncles and my parents and my grandma, everybody chipped in and got me the USS Flag. It was this giant aircraft carrier. It was bigger than me. It was longer than me. Like they thought it was the biggest joke. They thought it was funny to get me this giant thing. It was bigger than me. They were having a good year, and they got me the thing. And
joke on me every year.
It changed my life. That made me a Joe fanatic. But then the other thing was that my older cousins were like 3 and 4 years older than me, who you idolize when you're that age. They were G.I. Joe fanatics. So I had no shot. There was no shot. I was G.I. Joe head from the gate. I had no chance of anything else. And I wasn't really into like Transformers or He-Man or Thundercats or anything else. I mean, I dabbled in all those, had maybe a couple things, Mask, I had a couple of all of it, but G.I. Joe, when they asked me what do I want for birthday, Christmas, something like that, G.I.
Joe's.
That's it. That's all I rocked with. But that's the Shark. It's very small compared to a guy.
There's rumors out that this is going to be released.
That the Shark is going to be released? No, they are. They said it was. He said it will.
Awesome.
He said it will. There will be a Shark.
That is with the guy though. I mean, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they package him with a vehicle?
Oh, what? Why'd they give us Deep 6 before the Shark?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend to know the answer to that.
Because in the cartoon, Deep 6 never really
still pretend
was shown. He never really was shown with the Shark. Everybody else flew the Shark except for Deep 6. Everybody was in it. It was like a jet fighter almost in the cartoon. They used it as like a fighter jet, and it could go underwater anytime it wanted. Yeah. So it come out the water, go underwater. I mean, if you go back through the cartoon, I think I might remember seeing Deep 6 once, and that's in the Real American Hero series. Yeah. But the Shark was always in the cartoon, and they always Shipwreck and all of them always. Yeah, go back and watch it. You won't really see him.
Well, here's version 2.
I know, but it's like if they're gonna do a deep cut like that, then they already know that their market is gonna be, you know, a little bit more limited than, you know, I mean, they can do whatever they want to with their own license. But yeah, see, I remember that. I remember
that's your articulatable Deep Six. Yeah, that's Deep Six that articulates.
That's probably the one we're gonna get with the SHARC.
That's probably the one they'll give us with the SHARC. Yeah, that, you know, who knows? Or they'll, you know, it's hard to say what they'll do, but we hope so. We hope that's what they will do.
But the smart businessman would give you the version 2 with the SHARC, because now you can sell a whole nother figure and a vehicle.
You've already got the tooling for both of them. If you've already done the tooling for, you get a second bite of the apple, you know, and people will be like, oh, I've already got this. Now I need to world build even more and have more how often are we going to get underwater vehicles?
Yo, yeah.
You know,
into mystery, man.
I'm gonna buy 2 of them, and now I get to buy 2 of the other colors, you know, with the variants and be able to do that. Put different, you know, maybe you want a Cobra Commander underwater and put the Cobra Commander, you know, in the spacesuit and have him riding around, and that might be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like what I stole.
And one character that you could pull the head off, put Shipwreck's head on there. There's one person that always flew Shipwreck. Shipwreck was always in the SHARC.
Him holding the helmet with dude, that's
so into mystery. To answer your question, sir, they are already out. Well, yeah, I mean, go get them now. Like, yeah, well, Cobra Commander sold out on Pulse already. Like, but yeah, it's all over the place. Which is funny to me that they sold out on Pulse. I find that really funny.
Yeah, I find that.
Their whole thing was about saying how they're done with the selling out like that, and that they're gonna, you know, they made a bunch more so that they wouldn't sell out, and they had a contingency, but they sold out within minutes, and yet it's still up on every other site. So I don't know what you're doing, Hasbro. What are you trying to do?
I mean, like, why would they
RoboCop? There you go.
Why would they short allocate themselves and let the other companies? You know what I mean? Like you said that it was still available on other sites, but now available through Hasbro Pulse,
right?
And it's a pre-order.
It's not a short allocation. It's false. It's like false, you know, manufacturing rarity, manufacturing scarcity, making you feel like it's sold out, so that when it goes back up, you hurry up and buy them all. Basically, what they do is they sell them in sections. So they'll sell a bunch and say they sold out. Then they'll put them back up a couple of days later.
Company should run out of pre-orders.
Yeah. No, they shouldn't. Yeah,
no, they don't. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Do that. No big company should run out of pre-orders. There should be no such thing.
They're not, bro. They're not running out. What they're doing is they're holding them back to create a false feeling that they're running out, to make you feel like you better get them before they run out when they come back up again, right? It creates that false FOMO. And not only should they I mean, first of all, if you're pre-ordering something, that's you do pre-orders to find out how many you need to make. How do you sell out of something that you're doing to find out how many you need to make? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
It's not at all true.
Other than that, I think that's the only really explanation that you can give, is that they are manufacturing scarcity, you know, for the market. I don't really know why. I'm a Mezco collector. I'm a Rumble Society collector. That is scarcity, because they don't make them a lot.
Exactly.
Not Johnny on the spot getting Rumble Society. Get ready to pay double on, you know, that's just what it is.
No, I mean, that's why.
Mezco is not a huge company. They're a big company, but they're not anywhere near Hasbro. They're a private company. Yeah. So, and they do sell out, and I get that, and they do pretty good about having a wait list, but I just no big company should ever be sold out of a pre-order.
Yeah. So what they're doing is they're looking at companies like Mezco, and they're looking at companies that do sell out because they do have scarcity and they are smaller, and they're looking at how customers how collectors clamor for them and do videos about them and do posts about them and talk about them and conversate about them and scramble for them and make them all the rage, when their product that there's plenty of, no one gives a shit because there's plenty of them. So what they're doing is they're following that model, because they know we're not kids, we're adult collectors. Most of us probably started out collecting comic books, and we understand the value of collectibles. So they get that, and they're just playing on that. That's all they're doing. They're playing on our knowledge of high-end collectibles, our knowledge of rare collectibles, scarcity, stuff like that, because they know we're adult collectors buying this stuff, not children. Who buys a $50 figure for their child? That's absurd.
Don't nobody.
It's absurd. So that they're not made for kids. Like, there's no one that could ever convince me these are made for kids.
Even the Target advertisement for the Masters of the Universe figures was just a dude that looked like me, like playing with them. It was really, really, really funny.
Exactly.
It was some grown ass dude playing with the Battle Cat. It's like they know the market, man.
Exactly. And I agree with Prophet. They may have had a hard time building a SHARC that they felt was small enough to justify price that also would fit that giant deep six. Maybe. This guy is very wide. Like, that's a big wide body. So now they got to fit him in a cockpit. Imagine how wide that cockpit's got to be, like this big now. So now the SHARC has to be this wide. It just didn't fit with scale, maybe, because remember the original deep six was this slim card, that little brick that kind of slid into the thing. So it's a very good point. That's a very good point.
It like to a smaller, more of like almost like one of the handheld devices, like they have something like kind of, if they took a little bit of liberties to make it smaller and make it more affordable, for the consumer. Do you think you'd be happy with something like that? Vehicle wise,
What?
Like him with one of those, I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like those handheld, basically like underwater machines, but more militaristic and, fantasy, kind of fantasied up a little bit.
I don't think I know what you mean.
Do you want like the actual shit? Do you think that's because they haven't showed you what it is, right?
What, the SHARC?
I mean, you lost me, bro. I'm sorry, you lost me.
It's gonna have to be big to fit that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but the SHARC is it's a specific. It's an already made thing. So if you want it to look anything like the original one, they're gonna have to. They couldn't make that with this big fat guy. Maybe they couldn't make it look like the old one.
I'm saying if they took way more artistic license and made something different, but still,
Would I just want a random vehicle for Deep Six? No, I want the SHARC or nothing. Yeah,
because the original SHARC, they laid. You could probably do it because in the original SHARC, you had to they laid flat, facing forward to drive it. It wasn't where they were sitting up like this, where you had to make the cockpit kind of deep. You did the character he laid flat, and they were like, they were like on a ski, like they just laid flat like that.
The Batman vehicle, you know what I mean? Like whenever it kind of separated,
like the Bat Pod, like the Bat Pod, he laid flat. Like that. Yeah. The original one they laid flat. That's how they flew it in the cartoon, and that's how the original one was. So you can make it to fit him in there.
A lot of them did.
It's sharp.
Yes, he's laying back in that.
Yeah, a lot of dudes on the cartoon rode in the SHARC.
He had 2 deep sixes on it and a SHARC. Man.
There he is. So deep
see how he's in there?
He just lays in on his back.
He lays in there, on his back. But in the cartoon, they faced the other way and they flew it facing forward.
Right. So basically, to answer you guys' question, if they would have taken this new deep six that they just gave us, okay, and made a SHARC for him, to fit in that SHARC, he would have to basically do this. He'd have to just lay in it. He couldn't sit. He couldn't look in any cool because of his size. So I'm sure that they are waiting to do the SHARC for a deep six that fits in it. That makes a lot of sense. I think that was Prophet that said that. Master Grade Wookie said Cobra Commander sold out everywhere now. Wow. So yeah, bite my tongue. Sorry about that. If I gave you hope, guys, I'm sorry. When I last looked, he was up everywhere. He was sold out. But don't worry. So okay, they did reassure us that if it sold out, they had a contingency plan. They're ready for it. They will be putting more up. If you missed it, don't worry.
That's how I got to That's how I got a snake armor. I just
it's weird how they did it though.
That's how I got a snake armor. They were sold out. They sold out almost immediately, and then like a week later, I got an email and I clicked on it. It was like, you can buy it. I was like, boom. I was just like, yo, like boom. But it was sold out. Yeah, so he might be back. Yeah. Just keep checking. Just keep checking about this time next week. They should have more up. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
FOMO is a
Maybe
market
it
tactic.
might
Yeah.
even be up there tomorrow, dude. It might even be up there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might even be up there later
Keep checking
tonight.
back. Yeah.
That's how they do.
Because,
They are not gone. They're just
right. Because the
held.
guys that got Pulse Premium, let's just say you at work all day. You missed the early one for the Pulse Premium. To get the figure, if you order Cobra Commander, you don't have to pay shipping. So it's actually what, maybe $2 more for tax, and you get free shipping.
That'd be dope.
That's dope for you. You
Yeah.
can't take advantage of your Pulse Premium if you can't order from Hasbro Pulse. So
Mhm.
that discourages people from buying Pulse. You know, you're like, damn, I can't even buy. You know, you can order as many figures as you want. It's all free shipping.
It's all free shipping.
Yeah, it's all free shipping. And Reno knows I hate shipping.
I really do want a Dick Tracy. Yeah, man. I want that Dick. Yeah, Stu hates some shipping, boy.
Yeah, I jumped through some hoops. I hate shipping, man. I was upset. Oh, that's dope.
Tell me that ain't absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna take a moment here and just look at this for a minute, y'all. That's the homie. I am a big Dick Tracy fan. Ever since the movie when I was a little kid came out at the right time. I even bought those ugly ass figures they made for it back then. I was into it.
I had them too.
Yeah, I got the comic book. They just did a new comic, Dick Tracy. I just got. That's fire, bro. And you did now. That's all Mezco, or did you do any of that?
Yeah, that's all Mezco. This is I ain't done nothing to it.
Yeah, that's fire.
I made one. I made a custom Dick Tracy before, but that's what I'll do. It's like I know Mezco eventually. Like I have the same taste in figures, I guess Mezco makes, because it's like if they're not gonna do it, I'll do it myself. But eventually they're gonna do it. But awesome figure. Is a 2-pack. 2-pack.
Oh, did he come with flat top by chance? Who is that? A flat top? Ah, get the fuck out of here. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite villain. Oh, yeah, I'm buying that 2-pack if I can find it somewhere. Really need to
get the Dick Tracy dude. He's fire.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I'm too much of a flat top fan though. I gotta have him too. He's really good. Yeah. Now, as far as them putting too much crap out at the same time, I think that's kind of their plan as far as their new model instead of the HasLab is to not like be doing all of a sudden, 1 month it's just insane, and then you go 2 months with nothing and shit like that. They're gonna try to do a more steady rollout where it's just more steady shit constantly instead of big chunks at a time, which I think will be both easier and harder on your pockets depending on how you collect. For me, it's going to be a lot easier because I cherry pick the fuck out of it. I do not buy every single figure. I don't need every figure that they do. I only want the ones that look like the characters that I know. That's it.
All right, Tristan, let it be broke. Tristan, let it be broke. Yeah, he said, yeah, something to report. What is it? Let us know.
Also wish they would have shown Flash. His name revealed long before Grand Slam was. We got to see render reveal of Grand Slam and the how. Yes, so we will show that too here in a second. I'm trying to, you know what? All right, there we go. There we go. All right, next thing up, Battle in a Box. So I really thought that we were getting the Varmint and the Snake Eyes that I'm still calling Resolute Snake Eyes because I'm painting his pants green and he's going to be Resolute Snake Eyes. I thought that was a single thing, and I thought the Trouble Bubble with the Viper was a single sale. But apparently it's all in one pack. It's called the Battle Pack or some shit. What'd they call it? Yeah, it's called the Battle in a Box. My bad. So it has the Ferret, the Trouble Bubble, both dudes, all in a box. It's supposed to be them kind of fighting each other. So this is the kind of thing you can expect instead of a HasLab. Battle in a box, stuff like that, where you're getting 2 small vehicles and 2 figures that, quote unquote, battle. There's your Snake Eyes. But here they are in person without all that photography background stuff. There is the Snake Eyes and there is the Trouble Bubble.
What's the 4-wheeler called?
The Varmint.
The Varmint. I do want that from a Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah, that's fire. I mean, the whole thing. I mean, what do you guys think? I probably would have passed on the bubble and just bought the Snake Eyes. Now I'm forced to buy both. What do you guys think?
You think this is a hostage pack situation?
Oh yeah, big time.
100%. I mean, I got a trouble bubble. I'm not beat.
I'm not gonna say that.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say
did the trouble bubble sell good?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it's a hostage pack. I'm not gonna say that because a hostage pack technically is one where it's one thing nobody fucking wants, and then something cool. This is
or it could be something someone already bought.
That's like
but
like the OG
people that don't have it.
Anything right, like the OG
that they come out is good for the people that don't have it.
Yeah, see, like the OG
that's
Snake Eyes.
That's my point.
Yeah,
some people love that Viper pod, so I don't want to say that.
Like the OG Snake Eyes. Nobody wanted the polar bear.
See, that's not true. That's not true.
I didn't want the
polar bear. That's how you felt.
I didn't want.
I know people that only wanted the polar bear. Kaz only wanted the polar. Kaz wants the polar bear. I know people who love the animals.
Arctic Vikings and stuff like that. I mean, you're not going to get a polar bear very often. You know, as far as in 112 scale, but
make sure you call
112 scale. A 112 scale polar bear would be a whole package. It would be the whole package.
Make sure you call me next time. We can go. Call me next time. We'll go half on it. I'll get the Snake Eyes. You can have the polar bear. We're both happy. Because that polar bear is still sitting in the box in my house. There you go. That's just where it's at.
Hold on, man. I gotta put the link.
It was at my Walmart. Like, I live in a small town here. It was that thing was at my Walmart for months. They marked it down to it was just like 3 pennies and some pocket lint. There was just like nobody wanted that, you know. Every time I walk by it, I'll walk by the clearance section and be like, "Not today. You're not going to get me."
Man, if it was in the clearance section, I would have bought it.
You in?
They would have got me. I'd be like, "Oh, this is all clear. I'll take it."
I got the Mexico Snake Eyes. That's the only G.I. Joe property that I have on my shelf. I'm cool with that. That's my dude. I got him. That's all I want. I feel like he's the definitive Snake Eyes. So,
well, I ain't gonna lie. I bought Recondo from GameStop on clearance. I got him for like $10 or something like that.
Nice pickup.
I don't really buy G.I. Joe. I would have bought that. I would have bought it for the head sculpts, man.
Yeah, I was like $10. Recondo, we'll take it.
Saul gives me toys on casuals. He's all right.
Thank you.
TKD Bar, what up, man?
I'm all right.
Hinderer, welcome, man. He said he's all right. Cheers. Ray Paz, welcome to the show. Anybody that I have not said what's up to, Brian King, what up? Kick Rocks, I already said what's up. Who else? Anybody? If I miss anybody,
I think I'm gonna do that proper direct because I'm never going. I ain't even take it out the pack. It's still in there. It's still there. Snake Eyes and all his accessories came out, but that polar bear is still sitting in the box, man.
Bro, I promise you, people want that bear.
People
want that bear. They want that bear. It's cool. It's got the arrows that you can put in his arm and shit. Battle in the Box. Talk about Battle in the Box for a second because it is fascinating. Battle in the Box. That's the whole box, the whole thing right there. Because of who it's for. Obviously, they started showing the set. You could see the audience for army builders, diorama builders, photographers, display builders, people who don't just buy figures, people who build worlds and shelves and. You got the Snake Eyes, the Stealth Viper, the Varmint. You got the Trouble Bubble, the Steel Core Head, the whole red and black. Steel Core. What is it? Fire Team. His Fire Team. What do you call it? Motif. All the weapons, display pieces. Very, very, very much engineered for creating scenes and stuff like that. So if you're into that, this is definitely for you. It does have the Steel Core Head, which. For Snake Eyes, I suppose is supposed to be like he has a helmet on for the ATV, I guess, or you're just a troop builder, so you can make a bunch of troops that have that same body with the thing. BMAC specifically talked about how it was designed to pair with his environments. So you're probably, if you've collected all the his stuff, you probably have a shelf for it. And that's what it kind of is for. Yeah. So I think it's becoming one of the defining characteristics of modern classified. Something else I found interesting, the holiday strategy, because BMAC specifically mentioned moms, grandmas, gift buyers, people who walk into a store and want to find something that feels substantial, because it's a bigger thing. It's a box, got a bunch of stuff, and it feels like a gift, feels like an event, feels like an opening a complete experience. It's not just a figure, it's not just a vehicle, it's a whole thing. So, because as much as we think about Classified as a collector line, you know, Hasbro still wants products that work for normal retail situations too. As you know, ridiculous as a notion as that is, you know, they're still a big company, and that's what they're always going to, you know, still lean on, or at least try to lean on. There he is with the steel core helmet.
What do you think this is going to run? Is there a price on it yet?
Yeah, it's people already. I hope you already got it. Your pre-orders. Hang on, something's wrong with my screen. Let me fix that shit. There we go. Back to the chat real quick. We got a few new messages. Bop, 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 bop. His tank, that Hank motif, the Snake Eyes I didn't like at first, but the more I look at it. Have you ever seen G.I. Joe Resolute? If you have not seen G.I. Joe Resolute and you are a G.I. Joe fan, you need to stop what you're doing. Well, don't stop what you're doing now. After this show, go watch Resolute. And it is a very, very good storyline. It's super dope. It's like kind of, I consider it a continuation or a sequel to the Sunbow in a way, maybe a reboot, if not, because, you know, you have a continuation of Cobra Commander kind of explaining why he was always retreating and being a bumbling idiot, fucking shit up. That basically it was all an act to weed out traitors and weak links and stuff like that. And he turns out to be this really, really smart, strategic villain. So it's just really dope. But Snake Eyes looks just like this in Resolute is where I'm going with that and why I brought that up. He looks just like this. He's gray. He's got the green goggles. Although his pants are not green, they are gray. BMAC made a point of saying this is not Resolute Snake Eyes, as he has heard, because he said this is based on that sticker, which, you know, we've talked about as well. It's a mistaken colorway sticker that they made that they decided to base Snake Eyes on. And this is the biggest thorn in my side right here. Kick Rocks, thank you for bringing up some painful shit. Yes, I want version 3 Snake Eyes very bad. That's the one with the swords on the chest. He's got 2 silver swords on his chest. He's got a silver 3-piece section staff. He's got the silver goggles. Very cool, very dynamic looking silver Uzi. And
is that what they based the Mezco one off of?
Did they make? No, I don't think they made a Mezco of V3. But if correct me if I'm wrong, if they did, I'm very excited.
It up, but
oh, okay, no. That's more based on version 2. That'd be more based on version 2. Yeah. But that's dope. That's dope as fuck. But yeah, version 3, they skipped because Lenny's favorite Snake Eyes, he says, was version 4. That's the blue one with the orange weapons and stuff that I find hideous. He skipped my favorite Snake Eyes to do version 4, and then didn't go back and do my favorite Snake Eyes. He then went on and did like 3 or 4 more Snake Eyes that were not, and including this one here. So it is bittersweet, but I'm gonna make it Resolute and make it all, you know, make up for it. JB said, man, I love Resolute. So rewatchable. I must have rewatched it a bunch of times too. It's very rewatchable. That means they want to distinguish it so they can put out a Resolute Snake Eyes. And man, if they do that, they better give me a Resolute Destro, a Resolute Storm Shadow, Resolute characters.
Baroness and Duke.
3-part arc in the comics. Oh, Roxbury got some of the Pain custom that costume of the Pain brothers. That's a dope arc. Starscream as a human was Cobra Commander back in the day. Yeah, same voice. V3 Snake Eyes chest knives came with the movie Snake Eyes. Really? I am not aware of that. Yeah, the butterfly swords. That
was the one I had.
And I don't know if it's because they maybe couldn't figure out how to make the butterfly swords on the chest removable, because that's the thing with Classified is everything is removable, whereas the swords on the original figure were part of the mold. They were molded onto the chest. They were not removable. But then they did do a 25th anniversary version of Snake Eyes version 3 where the things were removable. So however they did that, all they had to do was make it bigger. There's really no excuse. It bothers me, but I'm going to move on because it's a point of... But next thing we got is from the more 90s era. You may be more familiar with these guys here. Gibbs is the Scarlett and Shebang. There's Scarlett and Shebang. Ninja Force. This is the fluorescent ninja era.
How many How many Ninja Force figures did they release?
That is a good question.
Is it going to be? Do you think that they're going to be able to have all of them eventually?
Computer, how many Ninja Force figures did Hasbro release?
I'm not sure what you're asking. Could you clarify what you mean by Ninja Force?
The G.I. Joe Ninja Force. How many figures did Hasbro release back in the 90s?
I'm not a G.I. Joe person, and I just see this. I'm like,
the G.I. Joe Ninja Force action figures typically have 5 fingers per hand.
How many figures did they release for the Ninja Force line for Hasbro?
And if I get it, I could probably recreate that.
Hasbro released 7 figures for the Ninja Force line between 1992 and 1994. Are you interested in collecting or just curious about the line?
Just curious.
What did he say, Stu? What'd she say? She said 7?
She said they released 7 figures between 1980 something and 1992.
That'd be pretty close then, because
7 Ninja Force
the
figures.
Zartan.
I feel like it's more than 7.
Was that the one that just came out with the compound bow? Was he in Ninja Force?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I had him.
You got the version. You got the version for Snake Eyes, which we already got. You got the Zartan. You got these two. I believe they did. There's another Ninja Force. The Snake. Slice and Dice. Yeah. Slice and Dice. Another 2-pack. So there's a bunch. Here's another version of them where they had not a version, but you see at their feet, at the base of their feet, they have masks. There they show. They're right there on the bottom on the so you can see.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, they got a little kabuki mask.
And then a little kabuki mask. He's got the tiger, the white tiger.
I'm sorry, Oni mask.
Yeah, she's got the Oni. He's got the white tiger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think on the surface, this is just another reveal, but it also does show that Hasbro is not afraid to go into the weirder Joes era or the later Joes or the fluorescent ninjas or the ones that are typically not part of the 80s line that they've been focusing on. And honestly, it works.
Customizer's dream.
Yeah, and Lenny,
even if you're not into it, man, we always need more chicks, man. We always need more chicks. And it looks like a lot of that stuff you can take off and kit bash what you want on it. But yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that Scarlett is dope. I was never in a Ninja Force, but I take that.
At a point where I like stuff that like pops on a shelf. Like I want weird looking shit because everything is dark, everything's muddy. It's either that or it looks like a DuPont train wreck. There's no no in between of my collection because then there's I put all the ones I want together and they're all dark figures and I can't even see nothing but their head sculpts. This is something that's gonna pop on a shelf. The yellow is gonna pop on a shelf, and I like that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. And then there's Bushido and Dojo. Bushido.
That's what it is.
Bushido is a figure that I want so I can repaint it.
They were close.
Bushido is amazingly cool looking, but his colorway is not for me. He's baby blue with white, but he has this sick ass samurai.
It's so weird.
I mean, for those who love it, he'll be right there for you. For me, I'm gonna paint him just to look a little bit more like a real ninja or samurai, but that's just me. But he'll be great. Bushido Dojo, I forget what he looks like, but Bushido's dope. He's got a samurai mask with tusks and shit, and then he's got the ninja suit, blue with yellow or blue with white. So I'm down. I got most of the modern Ninja Force. Fun fact: female ninja are called kunoichi. I believe I read that somewhere. Use 3D Joes, fellas. Maybe that will tell you the Ninja Force figures plus give you pictures on the site. Oh, of course, yeah, we can go to 3D Joes. But yeah, we'll do that.
That Dojo is awesome, dude. I love this figure when I was a kid, man. Dude, he's so goofy looking, but I love it.
I think there was 7. So Brian King gave us the answer. He said there was 15. Finally got to you, Brian. Thank you.
16.
16.
No, 13. I'm sorry. Wait. 13. 1992, 6 figures, 7 figures in 93. That was it. Zartan, Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Red Ninja, Night Creeper, Bushido, Banzai. That was the 93 wave. Then you had Shebang, Storm Shadow, Slice, Nunchucker, Dojo, Dice. That was the 1992 wave.
So silly looking. I love it.
Yeah, I was in it. Yeah,
The package art
Now
is
we
just
gotta go look at
it's
the
just
ninjas.
insane, man.
What do you got there? Let me see what you got.
The package art for it. This is so
Oh,
wild.
you know what? I see what you're looking
that's a
at.
Ninja Force. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. Bright pink. Yeah, bright fluorescent. Because fluorescent
Yeah,
was all
it was
the
the colors.
rage.
It was
That's
the colors
so
that
wild,
turned
dude. I
me
love
off,
it.
man.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
seeing that on a shelf full all this stuff though, man. You know that pops on a shelf. They knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah.
I just wasn't into
it definitely
it. I just
stood out
wasn't into
on the rack.
it.
It wasn't for me because I was from the ninja. I'm from the Revenge of the Ninja era. Pray for Death, Shokosuki, legitimate ninja shit. We were very serious about ninja shit. I was in martial arts ever since I was 5.
Yeah.
Like, martial arts is very important. So as soon as I saw fluorescent ninjas at that age I was like, fuck no, fuck blasphemy. So I couldn't do it, but now they do look cool, and I definitely want to check them out. But let me see if we can find them here. Ninjas.
Nah, I was like, hey, I agree. I was like Reno. I agree with Reno. The colors threw me off. I couldn't do. You showed me a ninja. It got to be a real ninja. Like Revenge of the Ninja.
Bring that. I mean, if you're into the line, you know when they ever did that, and you're into the line, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And there they start. Bonsai is gonna be cool. Like this is crazy.
Weird, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Why did we? Crazy. I mean, I know, dude. I had like all these. Why were they so awesome? This is so weird.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. But in my defense too, around 92. In my defense too, around 92, I was in Marine Corps. I didn't even go into a toy store to see what G.I. Joe's was looking like back then because I was overseas. I was doing too much, man. It was a lot. I had a lot going on, man. But when I came home and seen that, I was like, what the hell? What happened to ninjas in the United States? I mean, damn.
All right, there we go. I'm trying to get the whole list there. I don't think there's a thing where there's the whole list, but let me see. The first year was 92, and that was the. I want to see them all, man. Can I just get a list?
So I was 12. You would have been 11. We already
seen these guys.
So.
Yeah.
I was 18. 19, actually.
Oh, wait. They had something called Shadow Ninjas, Bushido version 2. Let's see what they did. Oh, man. They made them even brighter.
Just like some pearlescent kind of.
I mean, that's kind of dope.
See-through,
it looked like it's kind of see-through, yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
The Shadow Ninjas, they're supposed to be like some sort of ethereal, elemental. All right, you got Dice. We already seen him. Dojo, we didn't see yet. There's Dojo.
Yeah,
Dojo could be cool. All these could be cool in better colorways. Like, I'm gonna repaint the shit out of this Force.
They're gonna bring it the same colors, man. I mean, they'll modern it up some, just like they do the other ones. But if they do it, I hope they do the same. I hope they don't mess with it.
No, they won't.
It's like you. It's like if it was something that you were into, you wouldn't want them to mess with it at all. You know,
I want them to look just like this. Yeah, I want them to look just like this when they come out. I'm gonna repaint them, but I want them to come out when they, I want them to look like this.
They're gonna be bright. Yeah, they're gonna be bright.
We already got Nunchuck. He was one of the first ones we got, and he does not need a repaint. Nunchuck is awesome. He works.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be 80s bright, but they're gonna be bright.
I forgot about Nunchuck. We got him right off. He was one of the first ones we got. I think he definitely was the first Ninja Force figure that we got.
Ninja Force.
Yeah, there we go. And then Storm Shadow version 3. Version 2 is my favorite. Version 3 was one of the first figures. Correction. Version 3's Ninja Force is the first. Version 3 Storm Shadow is the first Ninja Force figure that we got. Because this was the first Storm Shadow they gave us for Classified. Which just tells you everything you need to know about Lenny. He's from a different era. He's just a little bit younger. Gotta be. Because this is your first Storm Shadow you put out of the other two, the version 1 and 2.
He's not a real American hero.
He's not have grown up in the 80s.
No, he's not a real American hero ever.
I ain't gonna say that. Oh, from the era, from the Sunbow. Yeah. He's a Deke era. He's a Deke era.
He's a dick era. Yeah,
He's a Deke era.
He's deep. He's definitely deep because when you watch
Ain't
the
nothing wrong
cartoon,
with
every single figure that was on that deep cartoon, he bought out.
that. Ain't
He
nothing
bought out
wrong with
every
that.
last one except for Periscope and maybe 3 or 4. And he probably just didn't get a chance because he left. But he damn sure bought out damn near everything that was on that Deke era show.
Hold up, we got vehicles and shit for Ninja Force.
Ninja Force had vehicles. Whoa.
Yep, sure did.
It was for me.
Hold on, let me hide this. All right.
Cobra Earthquake, was that the name of one of them?
And then they had Earth Borer. It was like a drilling machine they had that fit on the front of the character, on front of the
All right.
action
93.
figure.
The Ninja Lightning. That was the first Ninja Force vehicle. There it is.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, that is that is dope.
I mean, that looks more like the one that they released. What was it, last year?
What, the Ram Cycle?
That's what it was called. It had that similar look, didn't it? Something on the
It's similar. It's just a lot less.
Of that one.
Well, no, it's completely different.
Totally
The only similarity is the fact that it has a sidecar that has a gun on it. That's pretty much all I see similar. And that it's a motorcycle, but that's it. Yeah, no, it's completely different. It's definitely more military. The 93. So the next Storm Ninja Force thing, we're gonna kind of go back to what the fan stream was showing here in a second. But here's another weird Ninja Force. What? The Battle Axe?
What is that?
What?
That's so ugly. It's so.
I mean, what toy designers, man? What were y'all thinking? What were they thinking?
Damn.
That's a no for me, man.
While they were adding guests to G.I. Joe, they should add Mr. Miyagi. He won the Medal of Honor in World War II. After all, he should be added to the 1944 Valaverse line. That would be another dope addition. Miyagi-Do with Rocketeer, Dyson, Storm Shadow. I think kick rocks, different names, so it counts, right, sir? In the comics, the Blu-ray and Red Snake Eyes version 3 actually Kamakura Snake Eyes Vietnam War Buddies. Son. Yeah, they would bedazzle the enemy with flamboyance. Yeah, the ninja's not gonna hide. He's just gonna blind you.
He's gonna blind.
Midriff. If I'm fighting a battle with like a midriff, you know what I mean? That's some serious business.
Yeah, by the 90s, ninjas didn't sneak around. They ain't sneak around anymore. They just jumped out and whooped ass and left. That's it.
Yeah.
They didn't sneak around. They didn't have to sneak in at night. They just bust through the window and did what they had to do. No more sneaking around for us.
There we go. There you go. That's true. Yeah, we could just see them all like that. But the gimmick look up, Storm Shadow pisses me off. Man, it pissed me off when I classified, because remember that first line of Classified, like when they first come out, it was bittersweet because I loved the fact that they had this like 6-inch line, fully detailed, articulated version of G.I. Joe again, but I hated the fact that they looked nothing like the figures that I knew yet, except for Snake Eyes was the only one that kind of resembled the V2 Snake Eyes, which is still the only V2 Snake Eyes that they actually really did. So, but I mean, they did a bunch of versions of it, so whatever. But they never did an
movie Snake Eyes before they did the.
They never did this.
Classic, did they?
They never did this. This is the OG one. They never did it. I made this because you had to. I just had to repaint it all. They never did this version.
Green, right?
For Classified,
black and gray.
For Classified, no, they never did.
Oh, this what it was. This it was just all black. It had different stuff on it. There was more stuff, stuff that I cut off and peeled off, and just they just had it colored different. The visor was not this color, so I just wanted it to look. I want them all to look like the 80s. Like I've repainted a lot of the Classified figures. Like my Zartan looks dead on to the 80s one, even better than their retro one because it has a blue chest for some reason. And then I redid Xandar to look exactly because he had this weird blue vest. My Xandar looks 1-to-1 to the 80s Xandar. Ninja Force bike is more reminiscent of the coil bike that came with Baroness. Yeah, it does feel more like that because it's more like a molded piece. Feels like one big chunk, which I hated about the Baroness bike, which is why I passed on it because it didn't have like parts. I felt, Ninja bedazzling. So yeah, man, talking Ninja Force. So yep, we got through the Scarlet. There we go, Shebang. And then next and last, or not last, next they did the Fatal Fluffy, which we all already talked about and know about. And we all have our opinions. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Some people find it unnecessary. Some people find it essential. It is one of the most divisive, I think, releases in a while. And everyone has fair points. Here's the headpiece. The face looks very much like
what is this?
Curmudgeon.
I don't remember.
Okay, so in the cartoon,
the Pyramid of Darkness. So remember they were in the satellite. Zartan and his Red House from the satellite, and he threw those little doll things out, and they turned into he blew a whistle, and they turned into the big fatal flurries, and they took over the station, and that's what they were. That's just what they were. You had to get the whistle from Zartan to deactivate.
As a Star Trek fan, did you also feel like I did that this was a ripoff of the Tribbles?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay,
because somebody who was drawing G.I. Joe back then was a Star Trek fan. That's what they came with that little cute idea. There's a bunch of them, man. They just
yeah. Because the Tribbles, if you remember Star Trek, yeah.
I don't know what I mean. I don't remember it at all. Maybe I didn't see it. This looks like Star Wars or like a Marvel Legends character. It doesn't.
Well, I think
you would know. I mean, is this?
You watch the Pyramid of Darkness. That's all you gotta do is watch G.I. Joe.
As soon as you see that.
Yeah, you'll see. They're in there.
You would feel the same way about some of the Cobra Law figures and characters. A lot of the G.I. Joe, for all the people that want it to be this strictly military thing. Not only has it never been a strictly military thing, after the original 13, it got very sci-fi very quick and very fantasy very quick, and then got more and more sci-fi as they went on. Yeah. So G.I. Joe is a combination of military, sci-fi, and ninjas, because in the 80s, kids liked Vietnam movies, ninja movies, and sci-fi movies, Alien, shit like that. So they just took what was popular at the time, made it into a thing, and to illustrate that point, the best I think is this dude here. This is the Grand Slam, Flash, right? Laser, the original 13s. These were sci-fi guys. These were original 13. There was no guys with laser guns in the war. There was a laser gun in the first 13. So you can never say that there was not sci-fi from the gate.
That came with Terminator, and don't forget we had remember we had specialized guys going on missions to Vietnam, like Rambo, Screaming Eagles, and all of that. All of that was incorporated in G.I. Joe because that's what we were watching back then. You know what I mean? What was it? American Ninja. He was like a commando,
Michael Dudikoff,
neat ninja. Yeah, like all of that. And you had what's the other movie? With Jim Brown and all of them. They were like Hogan's Heroes and specialized groups of American soldiers going in to get G.I. Joe's based off of that, where they all had their specialties that they did.
Yeah.
And Predator.
Is this something that they took artistic license with, this character?
No, they basically so Classified. Stu, when do you have to go? I know you got to go to work.
Yeah, I got to break out a few.
Okay. Well, before you go, say you're gonna go. Don't just disappear on us. The A team. Yeah. But no, it's a lot, man. But the fatal fluffies are just a cartoon cut, because Classified is traditionally a realized or realistic sort of version of these characters, or more based on the toys, which were more realistic than the cartoons. The cartoon stuff really has been handled by a company called Super 7. They got the license or the rights from G.I. Joe to make it. Although Hasbro rather still owns G.I. Joe, and so they can still do whatever they want, even though they gave Super 7 the rights to do the cartoon, the Sunbow stuff, which they've been doing, questionably, but some people like it. But yeah, so This is like I said, it's a cartoon cut that they brought in. The last time they did was Cobra Law obviously is from a cart. That's from the but that also had toys. The only thing that was only cartoon was Cold Slither.
Cold Slither, yeah.
That was another exclusive. That was a cartoon only thing that people felt confused at why they were doing that when Super 7 was also doing it. Super 7 puts out a Fatal Fluffy, and Super 7's Fatal Fluffy has this same body, but it has a cartoon face that matches the face of it did in the cartoon. Classified comes out and they give us this cartoon body, but they've put a realistic classified-ized face on it. So that's where, it's like the face could be a ogre from Mythic Legions, but the body is clearly a cartoon character. So I think if they had given us at least a face plate that had the cartoon version on it, this would have been a slam dunk. I think everyone would have been satisfied. But that's one of the biggest problems that I've heard mostly people complain about. But here's the face plates. Here's what it looks like without the face plate.
That's horrifying.
There's some lips coming out of some fur.
Yeah.
That looks horrific.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I saw someone comment that said something about the cart. And since I don't have any reference, I'm like, well, what is it? What is it?
Yeah.
Look at the fire.
Realize
the real one looks closer to what's on that cereal box, that mock cereal box there.
Yeah. At least they got the fire coming out.
And we got this. But anyway. Then we got this coming out. That's another part of it there. Also from the cartoon. Sunbow stuff. It satisfies a lot of people that want the Sunbow stuff. Shipwreck and versus Cadet Deming. It's pretty straightforward. 2 figures, some accessories, a few callbacks, a little display piece there that I find very underwhelming. That display, that diorama piece.
Chair? Like, where's the chair? Like, well, remember they were putting them under the mind control.
It shows them.
Yeah, well, that the piece right there. If you look at the top, that's where the devices go, right? The blue, the red, and the yellow tubes for the mass device and shit. And so that's a piece for the device right there, where the vials will go. But it's just so plain. It's just so plain. Yeah, on the top. You see where the bird is at?
Oh yeah.
There's 3 rings up there.
But what does that have to do with Shipwreck? I don't get it, bro.
I guess it was in the cartoon.
Not that episode was. Remember when it was a formula.
I can't remember this episode for some reason. Man.
I remember because I watched it. I watched it a few times because I watched
it recently on YouTube.
So
yeah,
Shipwreck had a formula that Cobra wanted for this armor, and it was the scientist that created it, but he died before they could get him back to the base. But he hypnotized Shipwreck and told him the formula, but he couldn't remember it. Cobra knew that, and they were trying to trick him somehow into telling him the formula. So that's where that comes from. That's how he was dressed, and they made him think that G.I. Joe died and Cobra took over, and like there was no more. None of that. He was everything he thought it was like a dream, or he was in a coma for years, and none of that was real.
That's why he's got the bandage and shit.
Right. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. So there's a extra where he's in this chair, and they're hitting him with this device that's just shooting in his eyes, and they're saying all these words to him to get him because there's a trigger word. No, there's a trigger word like Winter Soldier. Not Winter Soldier program. So they're saying all these trigger words. Yeah, to try to get him to. No, they were trying to get him to say the formula. You just had to say the right. But the only person that knew the trigger word was Polly. Polly knew the trigger word.
Polly.
And they had a fake Polly that was made out of some clay or something. Shipwreck started melting everything, and he figured out that they were trying to use him. That's why he's dressed like that. That's what that episode was. And the girl was a Cobra officer, but she posed as his wife. But she would go to Cobra every day and change into her uniform. And they would watch him at the house with cameras and everything. It was a good episode, man. But it was
super weird.
Cobra Commander has a strict uniform. When you're not, brainwashing people, he's got a strict uniform policy. You can't be wearing normal clothes around. You got to put back.
You got to put your Cobra stuff back on. Yeah. So she would go to she would dress in her coat, and then she would come home, put on a dress, and act like she was his wife, and it would. It was weird, man. It was just weird. But I got to break out.
It does show a chair on the back of the box, though, doesn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bro. You have a good one. Be safe.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
We'll see you Saturday, bro.
All right.
All right. Now let's talk about Grand Slam. Let's talk about how, because I don't think people were prepared for this. It was a render only reveal, but it was like BMAC said, it was no longer than a VAMP, and I thought that's dope. No longer than a VAMP. You know, that's definitely not an accessory. That's something dope. So he reveals it because here you go.
I like it.
It's a very nice display piece. It fits, you know, it's a good piece of equipment. It's a nice size, fits on your shelf, won't be overly expensive, is iconic, looks just like the original, you know, for all intents and purposes, you know, in scale, whatever. And then of course Grand Slam, obviously, well, here's the it says United States around the bottom. It's got some stickers on the side, some decals, you know, some paint apps, some cool stuff that gives it a little bit of world building. And then obviously the big reveal. Grand Slam is a figure. Well, I mean, people want Flash, or they want Grand Slam, they want Flash. It's part of the original 13. People want to complete that, and they've been stringing it along. But to be fair, I think it would have been a lot to put it all out at once, and everybody doesn't love the original 13. And as much as I love the, you know, the nostalgia of the original 13, the classified versions to me just seem like Green Army guys. They're not, there's nothing like identifiable about them. Raw Talk, what up, man? Welcome.
Peace. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Gives me toys.
What's up?
All right. Yeah, man. A glorious day for G.I. Joe and Classifieds, huh?
Absolutely.
I can't wait
for
them
That's
to
the
do
last
their
one, right?
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
That's the last one of the 13, right?
I think so. Yep.
Well, no, we still got Flash, I guess.
They had
Okay.
Flash earlier
So
in the 2-pack.
Zuka or whatever.
Oh, we already got Flash? Okay. We already got Flash?
Yeah, I think we already had Flash coming in the 2-pack, I believe.
Oh, coming in the 2-pack. Yeah. Well, they didn't reveal him yet. They didn't announce him yet.
I think they did already. They showed
when?
This was like a month ago or something like that. Let me check.
Are you sure, bro?
Sure, I'm gonna check. Let's be
all right,
right
make sure.
All
right, make sure. But yeah, Grand Slam, there he is. And the what you call it. So yeah, super hype figure, super anticipated figure. The VAMP Mark II is one of the last things that they showed us, which, you know, I think it was the render was really dope, and it basically is, you know, a VAMP with, well, basically it's a Stinger, really, with the doors and all that. So really it's more like a Stinger repainted brown. Very cool rocket system on the top, you know, reminding me of the OG Snowcat. So this is a really dope vehicle, and BMAC openly admitted you like it. I like it better than the VAMP itself. I you know what I'm saying? This is one of the coolest vehicles they've ever done. But yeah, BMAC admitted that they underproduced the original Green VAMP, and you know, companies don't always acknowledge mistakes like that. You know, that's pretty rare, especially publicly. Yeah. So you know, hearing that, you know, a direct acknowledgement that, you know, they won't, you know, that they know what happened, and they, you know, they're working on it. They won't, you know, they won't try to make these mistakes. And they know collectors, you know, struggle to get a Green VAMP. Apparently, it was really hard to get. I got it really, so I really didn't realize that it was hard, because I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, I got it. I pre-ordered it and I got it. Like, I didn't have any problem that I remember trying to get it. So, but apparently it was a problem. So that sucks. And
I think it's just
not only
market thing, you know, or just after initial release, people seeing it be like, oh, well, now I want it. Well, market scarcity. People willing to pay what they want to pay for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he admitted that they underproduced it, that they didn't make as much as they should have. So it apparently really was hard to get. the green one. So the green one had no doors. It looked very different. This one here will be a new one, but he did also confirm that they are going to also reissue the green one, the original green vamp. So, but this is the desert vamp. Looks fantastic. Got the tan colors, got the weathered look, environment specific aesthetic. Really good with, you know, the teams, the vamp, you know, it'll be great with Dusty in them. You got the snake the snake eyes with the desert camo and shit. So, but the bigger story is what it represents, which is a second chance, right? A willingness to revisit ideas, a willingness to course correct, and that theme, you know, kept showing up on the whole stream. Flexibility, availability, collector consciousness, decisions, and they just really did came through. And here's your boy.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice mold there. One of the better head sculpts in the game. There's a close up.
So is the entire top retooled?
Yeah,
like the top of it, because obviously you said the other one didn't have doors on it. So
no doors, it's got a new light, new lights on the top, new missile thing on the top. Yeah, everything on the top is new.
So yeah, just to reiterate, Flash didn't come out yet. I thought he did. It looked like he did, but he didn't.
Yeah. Flash is probably the most anticipated figure, and then they did for the 13 collectors, I'll say. And then they did Grand Slam, which I feel is like a version of Flash, a variant. Said I'm going to try to get 2 of this vamp if possible. It's just that dope. I'm going to gridiron this out. So if you go to Gridiron Studios, man, they have some of the fucking dopest shit for your vamp. New tires that stick out and they're all, you know, big and burly, like all kinds of weapons racks and just cool shit to make the vamps just look absolutely amazing. And I have not gotten any of them yet, but I definitely plan to.
I believe with Classified, them reissuing a lot of stuff in different colors or different, you know, things. I think they're trying to create a little buffer and give their new creatives time to develop an aesthetic or to keep the aesthetic going so they can learn how they did it before and then implement that into what's coming in the future. So I think we're going to see a lot of repaints, a lot of reissues and things of that nature moving forward a little bit.
Yeah, you know? That's reuse. Yeah. The blast effects are reuse. The Snowcat missile launcher is reuse. But yeah, they did fix the blast effects. I thought that was funny. So they always kept re-releasing these blast offs, and they had the white smoke on the wrong end, and so it just was always something that was weird that they kept putting it in the box in more and more products without fixing it. I'd seen customizers literally drill a hole in the other side and take the peg out and put it on the other side to fix it. Like, I've seen all kinds of shit. But OG 13 Stan, can't wait to complete that after I'll pick and choose what I want or don't. Plus need to finish my Cobra Lasso Globulus. Globulus is definitely one that we really want. I wonder if they will have the nuts to make the drug dealer. Yeah, Headman and like his little crew, that's part of the whole Deke thing. And speaking of the Deke thing, is we've got Sandstorm, Dusty and Sandstorm announced, and then also Avalanche. Before we talk about him, there's one more render that reveal that they gave us, which was Action Man. So if you guys know who that is, salute to you.
Yeah, I got my O-ring Action Man.
Dope.
I knew they was coming with this. They had no other choice.
Yeah, this is dope.
It gives history into how G.I. Joe came about for the 12-inch figures.
Right.
And then on to the O-ring. So yeah, this is pretty good. It looks decent, you know. Why not, man?
Yeah, bro. And Outback I think is one of the best figures they ever did. I hope they reuse some Outback parts. No clue this is, but this is cool. Action Man. So wasn't it a bootleg G.I. Joe or something?
It's around the same time.
The 12-inch line.
Yeah. First it was Action Man. They had to go Action Man because
I just think it was just something that they created.
Yeah, they had to create it because of the the sentiments with the war. Because remember, G.I. Joe, the 12-inch came out in the 60s and stuff like that. And you had the Vietnam War and stuff, and no one was looking real good. Nothing was looking real good for soldiers during that time, unfortunately. So same is the case for toys. So they had to dial it back. So they had to make the Action Man so he can fight land, sea, air, space. He could fight aliens and things of that nature. So they took that turn. You know what I mean? Instead of keeping it in the war era type deal.
Right.
So that's where
I think they did a good job of blending some nostalgia with basic background characters, and as long as this guy is a fairly affordable price, they're going to sell the shit out of it. Because hey, maybe you wanted some key grip for a film crew in your 1/12 scale diorama. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to throw some, throw a guy with like a sound boom in there that looks dead ass like one of those guys. Or just if you've got a pit crew, and you want someone directing, something. There's sky's the limit, like on basic like characters. I do think Bobby Valaverse, or I think Bobby is going to create some really good side characters, but stuff like this is pretty rad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This is like one of those characters that is for the more completionists, I guess, of the classified line. For me personally, it's a pass just because it's not a character or a figure I had as a kid. But it initially would be a pass because it's not a character that I had as a kid. But since I have like this whole new like Night Force little squad that I'm customizing and shit, this right here is the dopest like fodder I've seen for kit bashing in a while. Like, not only are you getting like, I'm pretty sure this is like the Outback buck, which
technically, this
definitely is done.
Was made by Palatoid in Australia as well. So this is a foreign figure. It was made
right.
See, so
what about Tristan? Do you know Action Man in Australia? Did you guys have him there? But yeah, he's got Outback's gun. Those are Alpine's climbing gear and stuff. He's got Outback's backpack and stuff.
The UK.
I mean, it's a basic figure, but it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I mean, he's
he'll be great for customizing, kit bashing. Yeah.
And Action Man was across the board. He was an astronaut, deep sea.
Oh yeah. Right.
He was the Barbie of the time.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
the greatest action man of all time, the greatest hero of all time. He was never part of G.I. Joe. I think it was international or some shit. Yeah, he was the OG line, the 12-inch line. He has Alpine's gear plus a backpack, retro Duke's legs. And isn't this a homage to the Valorverse Venom Night Force set, which had an Action Man?
It is. It actually is. They put an Action Man within the Valor versus Venom set.
Valor versus Venom.
That's the figure I have. The Valor versus Venom.
Right.
O-rings. Yep.
That's the O-ring one you have. Okay, right.
And all that stuff is going to stash on him, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It looks like if it doesn't, it's pretty close.
Well, I'm talking about all that for the figure. I'll go get him.
No, I mean on this figure. I thought you mean on this figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mean does all that gear fit on his person? Yeah, it does. That's the thing with Classified. They make the figures where all the gear pretty much can fit on the guy. That's something that Lenny early on said he wanted to do. So pretty much everything that they come with can fit on them pretty easily. Natalie Poole was in the JoeCon set, I think, 2010 convention. So they need to do her now. I would love to see that. Whose goggles are those? Can't put my finger on it. Those might be OG. Those might be something new. It's the only thing that I see that's new. I think even that is that not mainframes like
they didn't have those kind of glasses on Cold Slither, did they? Did they have some goofy glasses on? Or
that's possible. There you go.
I'm gonna show y'all in a second. what he looks like.
Anyways, man, I'm gonna bounce out for a little bit. Appreciate you letting me come on the show, man. Awesome. I know I don't collect a lot of GI Joe, but I know that you know a lot about it, so I just kind of throw my 2 cents, brother.
No, I appreciate you, man. Hop in anytime, bro.
Indeed.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all be good.
All right,
bro. You too, man. Be safe. All right, one. Mercer had similar goggles. No, Mercer had some more like they looked like more like Oakley sunglasses. Kind of like they had a more of a shape to them, not Oakley's, I guess, but like they were shooting glasses, but very similar. Those would be close. Could be Mainframe. It looks like Mainframe's head. Those are Alpine's goggles. Are they?
They may be his or low light.
They're not low light. I know that for a fact. I got low light here.
Here's the action man from that Night Force. So if everybody can see.
Hold on, let me blow that up real quick. Wait, where's the thing? There we go.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah. This is what came with the Night Force set.
He's really different.
Yeah, I mean, different rendition. They're doing it to make sure it don't look too orangey. Because this is an orange, vest. So I guess they said, okay, we're gonna dull it down and make it look more feasible for a collector, not line, because they already had sci-fi with the lime. They didn't want to go pure orange, but they put the elements in their pieces because that's what Action Man had in the beginning. So here's his weaponry here, which is just regular GI Joe extra weaponry they put in the pack along with these guys. Yeah. So Action Man is gonna be good. Got his gun. He even got one of the twins gun.
Oh yeah, that's
Tomax's ammo.
Yeah.
I believe this one, I forget whose gun this is. Looks like the second version of what's his name? Spirit, but I could be wrong. But
looks like a Night Force gun.
Yeah.
They made so many Action Man figs in the late 90s. My brother had the roller blader one. Wow. That roller blader's going on. Well, let me see. I think that's pretty much it for us tonight. Let me look and see what else there is on the old agenda. Oh, no way. That's not it, guys. No, I'm sorry. There's a whole lot more to the show tonight. We're going to do a little segment here that, mail call little thing before we get into before we wrap it up. There's a little detour because mailman just dropped a bunch of shit at my door. So I don't know what all is in it. But we'll bust it out and see what's in it real quick, just for fun.
Right, we're gonna put on that little excerpt. Surprise! Surprise! Oh, the Prophet Director was asking for a link, sir.
It's in your email, brother. Go check your email, Prophet.
Yeah.
Go ahead and checking the email. All right. Yeah, this is all right. Let's stop with the one. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna bore you with the package opening bullshit. This is probably something I grabbed off Mercari or eBay. Oh yeah, here we go. To go with my vintage Motu collection. The OG himself. I hope he fits. Oh yeah, perfectly. Wait, does he fit perfectly? Hang on. There he is. He-Man. There he is.
Nice.
OG head sculpt. New articulation for the body.
40th anniversary, I believe, right? Or something like that.
It is the 40th anniversary, but
I
got it. It's the 40th anniversary, but I got it to go with the vintage line. because this is the vintage line and it's basically the same thing.
50th anniversary. Which one is it?
I believe it's 40th, could be 50th, but yeah, I think these go together pretty much identically.
82.
Identically. Yeah, that's the same. There's some different, like it's different plastic and stuff, but pretty much the same exact build. So he goes right along with him. Because I didn't get the vintage He-Man one. I don't know. This one just looks really like the OG one to me. So got that to go with them, and I got Skeletor. I got who else? Beastman coming. I got Merman. Let me just stick him over here real quick. Bust this out real quick. That's an oldie. So these came from Entertainment Earth. These will be newly released joints. Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow. It really feels like my birthday.
Yeah, eve of the birthday, boy.
There you go.
Gemini season has begun.
There it is. Uh-oh. Woo! I forgot I ordered this. Oh, you love getting shit you forgot you ordered. That's my favorite.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's the comic accurate one.
Yeah, with the cloth goods coat and shit. Yeah, the comic version.
Nice.
And he did some nice packaging on this. The foil.
Very premium.
Yeah, premium. He's got the Dark Horse logo.
Yeah, man.
McFarlane venturing out of Image. Now, this is let me see.
Well,
Yeah,
right. Licenses for Dark Horse is going to be cheap now that they have some crazy stuff going on with them for sustainability. But they got to get their bread. That looks crazy, man. He looks crazy. He looks
definitely happy with that as far because McFarlane is hit or miss. Sometimes I get them and I'm not happy, but
oh yeah, the boss, Ray Paz, that boss fight Hellboy, that's critical too. No.
Where are we at? So you got a pile. You got to pick up the knockoff the old stuff, May figures. Are you going hard on the Masterverse line? Mostly just vintage right now, the vintage collection, because they have the 80s style heads on the new like modern bodies. Now the boss fight Hellboy, can't wait for that. Oh, the boss fight Hellboy is crazy dope. You gotta love Christmas in June. I always do. Someone say something about Larry Hama.
Here we go, Lady Cool, Lady Virgo Cool. Here we go. Here we go again. I know what you mean. Yes, I said something about my Uncle Larry.
Uncle Larry.
He's the greatest.
Larry's the greatest
writer of all time.
Larry's the greatest.
And he shall be at Joe Fest.
Yeah.
As long as he has his he's cool.
Good old Hama.
Yeah. Chilling, lady. We're cooling, Wish I could go to Joe Fest this year, but too many things.
Yeah, too many things, man.
Yeah, too many things. Throwing a big birthday this weekend for my little one. He's gonna be 1 year old, so you know how that goes. The first birthday is a super bash.
I plan to be here though.
Toy Unity. What?
Yeah. Actually,
hold up. You want what? You gonna be there?
Hell yes, in Jersey, bro.
Oh, you gonna be where I'm at?
Yes, sir.
Brother, it's gonna be crazy.
Gonna be on and cracking, bro. We got Valaverse, we got Savage Crew.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be very nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope, man. All right, my bad, y'all. Let me see what else real quick here. Might be some more McFarlane stuff, actually. Oh no, okay, cool. We got Secret Wars finally in the US. So for the US people, you finally getting your joints.
Falcon, the original Falcon, yes.
Rocking
not the original, the second suit Falcon.
Right, rocking V-neck all the way down to his waist.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
You gotta get that Falcon, the green one. That green one. That's a yeah. He's official. The first appearance comic book with in Captain America and Falcon as well. Wow.
This wave was dope. I passed on a bunch of them though. I did not get Constrictor. I did not get the Magic because I already have a Magic that I like way better. I think that Constrictor is a cop out. It's just a cheap poo butt. Absorbing Man, I'm gonna get. He's got a brand new buck that I've never seen before, so I'm gonna grab him. Spider-Man is probably in the other box.
That's part of the what you call Serpent Society.
Oh, Constrictor, yeah. Constrictor is I mean, if I was trying to, complete that team or whatever, then I'd have to get him, but I'm not, and it looks cool, but honestly, like, if you're in a position where you can't just buy every figure in the world, you got to choose, and you got to pass on something. You got to make choices, because I'm also getting into Savage Crucible and Mythic Legions and other.
Damn, man, you going plutonium?
Yeah, Metzi toys, all that stuff. So,
God damn.
I gotta.
God damn, dog.
Back. All right, there he is.
The alien Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I love how they did it. I just hate how it stops where it stops.
Yeah, that was what we was talking about before.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to paint like the side of his ribs, at least make it come down a little more so it looks more natural.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was too cool to pass up.
Yeah, that face is tough. The head sculpt on that is tough.
Yeah, I didn't realize the arm had so many raised up like veins and
the symbiote spreading
tentacles. Yeah, not veins, but symbiote goo.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, I like that.
Mess around, find the other. If you was getting crazy deep, get some sculpt. Find the black Spider-Man, switch the leg, add the sculpt on, paint that. Now you got craziness all around.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Lady Virgo, what's going down in Augusta? I know y'all getting ready for Joe Fest. Yeah, word up. Oh, shiznit. What the fuck is that? Yo, that's the illish Punisher. What you call it? Damn. The Iron Punisher. Hulkbuster armor. Punisher. Yeah. Damn.
He's got two different looks.
And I thought War Machine Punisher was hardcore. This shit just on steroids.
Right. That's like War Machine on roids. Let me get that. What's all this crap on there?
That's crazy work right there.
Still a bunch of crap on there. Well, yeah, Frank, all bandaged up and shit.
Frank Castle wilding.
I saw Jersey Maniac review this, and he said it was really good, and said some things that made me feel better. Because I as soon as when this shit hit my wallet, bro, I was like, man, I don't know if I should have done that shit. But he reassured me and shit.
That's cool.
Yo, what's good, bro? Yo, chilling. Hey, can you come by in like 30 minutes? All right, cool. Nah, what? Say what? Okay. All right. That'll work. All right, one.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. All right, man. Store about to close. I'm about to have to go anyway, but that's it. Pretty much. That was that's the big thing. I'll probably tear it all out of the box and set it up and do a review on it tomorrow, if not Friday, and show that shit off and really get into it.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday, man. You know, but you know, I know you're gonna jump on the line tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure Hasbro is gonna be dropping something over the weekend too. I think they're just gonna just bombard everybody with wow shit.
Yeah. Well, there'll be stuff coming out every Wednesday, at least at minimum. So every Wednesday they'll do a fan stream like they did this today, and then next Wednesday, every Wednesday in June. So just be ready 11 a.m. Wednesday in June for them to show you, because today what they did was wild. Was instead of doing the thing they normally do is show it off and then say, now these will be up at 1, they showed it off and said, oh, by the way, Cobra Commander's up now. You better go like use another device and go there. And I'm like,
yeah.
fucking ordered that shit real quick and fucking that shit sold out like right away. It's sold out right now, but it is what it is. It'll definitely come back out. They'll definitely make more.
They're gonna re-up. Yeah. They got to, because this was, if they don't re-up on this and they get people mad and yo, I think that'll shut the door on them, because this is the figure that everybody wants.
Yeah, you don't. There's no way they're gonna let anybody miss out on this. They said they have contingencies. They've got more they're gonna be doing. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's why I wanted to make sure tonight talk about these things. Because you know, after the 2 hours of reveals, all the pre-orders, the renders, the screenshots, discussions about the individual figures, I don't think, you know, the story of day one was actually Cobra Commander or Deep Six or Action Man or the Vamp. I think the story of day one was much bigger. I think Hasbro quietly spent 2 hours telling us where Classified is headed, and most people were too busy looking at the toys to notice. So the biggest thing, consumer conscious decisions. Did you notice how that theme kept coming up over and over? Different examples, different products, different conversations, same message. The old approach, you know, was like, you want the character, buy the vehicle. The new approach is more like, you want the character, here's the character. Deep Six might be the best example. Instead of making you buy, you know, locking in behind the SHARC, you can get Deep Six. Having a main character, having a very popular driver like that locked behind the vehicle has stopped people from getting certain characters. Like a lot of people don't have Wild Weasel because they didn't get the HasLab. So they need to do either, you know, retros of them or stuff like this where it just comes out. But the philosophy shifted, and I think that we're seeing evidence of that shift throughout the stream. It was just very well on display. So,
and you peep game how he was like, "Oh, that Snake Eyes is not the
not the Resolute that everyone's talking about." Yeah.
Yo, so they're watching. They're watching.
Yeah, they're listening. They hear us. And he talks about 2027 as well. He says they're introducing a new lead designer. So Bootleg Lenny that was up there is not the new designer. He was just there to be a kind of someone BMAC could bounce off. I call him Bootleg Lenny. He's a famous YouTuber. He just looks like Lenny but skinny. It's funny. When they were expanding into Action Man, when they're embracing Ninja Force, they're doing Fatal Fluffies, they're doing Sunbow, openly discussing future themes. It's all looking very good for us. Sounds like they're expanding, not, you know, ending or anything like that. Okay. So it all looks very promising. But yeah, so when you think about G.I. Joe, YoJoe June official day one, don't think about the first thing about being the throne or the Cobra Commander. Don't, you know, remember, you know, the figures. Don't think you know, I'll remember the, you know, the vehicles and all that. Remember the direction, remember the feeling, the confidence, the sense that the line is not winding down, it's opening up. Okay. The sense that the team understands that the hobby is better. You know, they understand the hobby better and that it is doing better, and that collectors are, you know, really into this, and they're starting to mimic other studios like your Savage Crucibles, your Valaverses. They're looking at things they're doing and trying to mimic that, albeit in a corporate way. But all in all, in the end, I think it'll be dope. Yeah. But that's gonna do it for this one. So I want to hear from you. What was the favorite reveal from day one? King Cobra Commander, Deep Six, Battle in a Box, Action Man, Vamp 2 Kid, Fatal Fluffies, or maybe it wasn't a reveal at all. Maybe it was something that was said. Maybe it was one of those clues about where the line is heading. Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're new, if you were new in the chat, welcome. We really appreciate you. Can't wait to see you in the next chat. Yeah, man, come chop it up and kick it with us anytime. Ring the light, the notification bell so you'll get the future episodes. But yeah, we do this every Wednesday and Saturday at a minimum at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, but keep your eye out for other shows in between. So come hang out, join the conversation. And until next time, let me see what everybody's saying real quick. Bop. You think they will continue the track iterations of Joe because they've been heavy on the cartoon? It could be, man. I'd like to see some more comic stuff. Me too. Take care, collectors. Happy birthday, Reno. Thank you, sir. JV, peace. And guys, good night. And don't forget what we always tell you before we go. Raw Talk, man. Thank you, bro, for coming on. We'll see you Saturday.
On time next time.
Yes, sir. And if you're new to the show,
you run the cherry.
all right. Have a good night.
Be water, my friend.